Hey, what's going on? This is Tales from the Dark Side. Jedi's not here, so we're screwed. We don't have an intro for you, but I'll go around the horn when we come back. Pete, hit it!
Hit what?
Okay. All right. I am back from Astronomicon. Hey, Jedi! Jedi wanted us to do intros like we did the last time where we impersonated him. I didn't have the energy today. We were
I could have made the overlay and you could have done the mouth.
Yeah, I was at Astronomicon, and we will review that on TAC. For those that don't know, that's the show that's put on by like the Twista ICP crowd. And it was all bit of a. I've never been to a con that had a bar, three working bars in the con, but this sure did.
Three.
Greasy. Huh? They had drinks and food, so greasy comic books.
And food, yeah. But we'll get to that Tuesday. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat, then we'll go around the horn. We've got a special guest today. Obviously, if we're covering Sis, we had to bring him out. We got a little story for him too. Nice little sale he had, because we like to recognize our friends and having their sales. So here we go. Tommy, always good to see you. I hope that you're having a good day when you watch this, because I know you're not watching right now. Martin, good to see you in the replay too. Ronnie, always great. Darth, Ram. If you guys aren't watching Two Ferns, Ruben, Darth,
Between Two Forces,
whatever you call it. I kept referring to it all weekend as Two Ferns.
Sued.
Yeah, we were watching it. We were referring to it. It's funny. Go watch it. Go watch Jedi and Ruben do their thing. We will not, Wayseeker, we will not be covering KOTOR. We're covering KOTOR for the next 2 weeks after this. So we want this KOTOR free so we can really focus and deep dive into that. But you aren't wrong. I'm just gonna say, but you aren't wrong.
Yeah.
Ed. Well, there's a Darth's first appearance on this show. We'll see him in a minute. Eric, good to see you.
Second cameo.
Yeah. Sith Rule. Yeah, good to see you too. Joe, what has Joe got? Oh my, Joe every day now.
Yes.
Heyo, friendos. Nice.
Oh,
that's good.
Is that Dr. Cornelius?
Dr. Cornelius, yeah.
Is Ruben in the chat?
Wookie Fodder, he is in the chat. Can you not see the chat on the right?
He should have made the list.
Oh, okay. You're already gonna get muted. Okay, so with us obviously we have Pete running all the technical stuff. Dom's here, gonna fill us in on all the local gossip and toy news. JJ's here to start problems. Apparently he did. Apparently Pete this week is the one starting problems. Either way, we finally also got Darth Lopez has made a second
I love Star Wars
appearance, which means it's his first
cameo,
first true full cameo.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're gonna come for us, but do know I shoot back, okay?
I love Star Wars.
So with that being said, I'm gonna start it off. Usually I do reviews, but since Darth Lopez is here, we're gonna give a little shout out to Darth Lopez. If you haven't been watching our friend show, Ben Stein, he's got a channel we've mentioned a couple times. He does the Hot 10. Pete helps out with that over there at the CBSI Boys. Well, Ben Stein had an almost top 10 sale that he was talking about today, and it was very funny because if you follow any Dark Side crew members, including Darth Lopez, and you would know one of us was the person who sold one of those books. So we'll pull it up for you real quickly and share the screen, and we'll go over the story. I know it's a dog shit of a book that you sold. And let me explain why. Hey, no.
Okay,
no.
Go ahead.
Right. Okay, first off, if you look right here, it's a dead giveaway. Lopez gave himself up. All right, he's right here. That's him. Number 2, setup is suspect at best. Number 3, the one problem that everybody has. Listen, he did everything. He gave you the title. He did say it was in very good condition. Not wrong, but it says $500, and people are like, "Why is it $500?" But sold for what? Sell for Darth Lopez 180. Something.
180. Best offer.
Could you tell us that to clarify?
180 was the best offer.
No, well, that's
yeah. No, well, because I had to enter the Empire One newsstand with it. I figure I put them together, maybe somebody would bite, but the person
Lopez has a lot of bundles, fan time bundles. That's what he does.
Right. Whatever. Yeah. Well, she just wanted this one. So she messaged me saying, "Hey, would you break them up? I just want the variant." I was like, "Yeah, I'll take $200." She was like, "How about 180?" I was like, "Okay."
Don't say she. Just
the person. Yeah. So I said, "Well, okay. Well, did you see the staple? Did you see the pictures? It has rub."
Yeah.
And she, Go right.
They.
The person didn't care. The person didn't care. Like, no, I'll take it. I says, okay, cool.
Can you guys see this enlarging it? Can you guys see that?
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. I paid $25 for it, but then, because of the staple, I tell my guy, I'm like, hey, look at the staple. Can I get it for 20? And I was like, oh yeah, sure.
Lopez, too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So here we go. There's a staple. There's a pop through staple, a partial pop, so you
Yeah.
can kind of push back. You could fix that. That's not terrible, but it's always going to leave a dent because you see where the staple quartered in on the right side there. I'm pointing at the screen like I can see it. You've also got that is actually spine stress there. Remember when I did that one that they're saying spine, that actually is there. And then on the back side here, we've got a nice little bit of the missing the rub. They came out of the printer bad. That right there, that's spine stress.
Yeah.
So not bad. Hey, a good deal for you. She's extremely happy, or they are extremely happy with the purchase, apparently. So good on you. That's what we got. Congratulations on that sale. That's how it's done. It was an honest sale. Want to let you all know. So hey,
very honest.
Out there.
Now I'm burnt.
Good hunt. Keep hunting. That's what we like to hear. So good job.
I gotta change my whole setup now.
Hey Marv, hey, what's going on? Yeah, it was a dangerous bar. Let's talk Obi-Wan Fantasy League. Maybe we'll set up a fantasy league. We'll see what we can do. Scouts, can see. Is Revan considered canon? We will be doing all questions for KOTOR next week.
Yes.
Is Revan considered canon? That's actually a really interesting question because it's a very he hasn't been seen. Let's put it that way. Scott, good to see you. James, good to see you. Not live video. Darth Lopez face ghost. All right, not live video. Yeah. Darth Lopez face ghost appearance doesn't count as canon. JJ froze right while I was talking to him. He is doing his best Palpatine. Hello 70. Okay. Hello, Astro. Hello, everybody. All right, JJ, good to see you back. Let's get into, since we're going to review books. We had no books out this week, but I promised, since we're going to cover some stuff later, we're going to go over. We do have a slab cell. It has to do with everything. We have a lot of canon Garths we're going over. Okay, that's pretty much the list, and one non, right? There's somebody who's not, because Jason Solo's not a fucking canon.
No,
whatever. But we didn't do those books in there. But I wanted to review a book because this is going to come into play later on, and I don't know if people actually have seen it before, so I will be reviewing today. Since Marvel decides that they're going to release freaking 20 books on one day, and they're not going to.
Oh, you want to do the comics already?
Yeah. Oh, wait, we didn't do news. Oh, you're right. Go ahead.
Beautiful book.
Where's Jedi? I feel
where's Jedi?
Well, he gives us a line of what we're going to do. Where's Jedi? Go, do news. JJ, news.
There's the whole thing off.
Yeah. What's up, Obi?
All right.
There he is. He's in the chat.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the chat. There he is.
Yeah. Jedi, what's the lineup tonight, buddy?
He's going to have to keep us on point from the chat.
He hasn't yelled at me once this week about having the lineup together. So
we'll stick him on the side occasionally. Just to remind everybody.
I look forward to the move along in the chat.
He's like the dad. He's the dad that yells at me to make sure that the clocks run on time. Marco, where's the outline? Where's the outline? It's Tuesday. Let's go. Outline. All right, let's go, JJ. Give us the news.
So, some welcome gaming news. You're going to get Force Unleashed on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Looks interesting. Hopefully, it runs well. It all depends on whether or not it runs well.
I mean, that's the question now. Does that make it canon?
No, it doesn't change it at all. It's just a re-release. But
do you think they'll do the second one as well?
How
well this does.
Probably depends on how well this one does. I hope they do the second one. I mean, these are just re-releases. They're just ports.
Yeah.
So I hope they do all of them, really. But I hope it runs well. So.
Yeah, give Jedi a wrench.
But yeah.
I kind of like that idea because now a second generation can play it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. People were excited about that. I'll tell you that. They were. Yeah. You know,
we have other gaming news. We got a new game announcement. So I think this brings us up to like 8 or 9 expected Star Wars games at some point.
Or it's literally 2 that they just keep using different stuff.
Yeah. But this is pretty welcome news.
I got a wrench.
This guy makes you wonder a little bit if they're going to replace Eclipse with this game, just because Amy Hennig and Skydance have a pretty good, I guess, reputation compared to who's doing Eclipse. I can't remember the name of the studio now, but they're kind of tanking right now.
Oh, who's doing it? Yeah,
but we might not be around in a month. Studio.
Yeah. So,
well, she did like what, the Uncharted stuff.
Yep.
Like
Actually,
that.
Amy Hennig was tapped. Yeah, she did do Uncharted, Jack and Dexter.
Okay.
So she was tapped to do actually a Star Wars game back when like the early EA days, and it got canceled. So now she's back to do one. So should be interesting.
Should have made the list.
I mean, what list?
Huh?
Keep going. Keep
No,
going.
keep going. Talking about
No,
Ruben. Ruben
you-
should have made the
Ruben.
list.
Keep
Keep going.
Sorry. This is a fun story. So there was a doctor in the Atlanta area who's originally from Georgia, the country, not the state, and immigrated here in the 90s. And but he has a life-size X-wing, and I guess he uses it, kind of tours around the area, and uses it to, for one, tries to get kids involved in like STEM education, like science education, and also has been using it lately to raise money for Ukraine. So
Yeah, this is badass. Really
Yeah.
cool.
looks great.
If you bring it up here, I'd go for a ride.
Right?
All right, next up.
Next up.
Another interesting story out of the UK.
God. I
So,
hate
yeah.
this guy. His face sucks and the story sucks because he sucks.
99p.
Well, so that's not him. This isn't the buyer. The buyer was anonymous. Or the seller, I guess, in this case was anonymous. But they bought it like 30 years ago in a discount bin for 99 pence and sold it for £2,000.
Yeah, I don't care. This guy holding it sucks.
Yeah, he's the head of the auction house, I think,
Yeah,
or the CEO of the auction.
He sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, this is a yak face.
Someone's got to
European yak
suck.
face figure. So,
Pence.
The yak face in itself is just tough. That's like,
Oh boy.
oh my God.
and it's in great condition. Look at that.
It is. Look at that thing.
No yellowing even. Well,
No,
there may be a
that's
little bit
That's
there.
our logo. That's
Tag
our,
it in the
that's our
discount.
logo.
It's a little bit dented, the plastic, but come on.
Yeah. A little ripped up at the top, but I mean,
Yeah, like right around the hanger.
Originally it was $159, but he paid $99. Oh Jesus.
Joe Camel.
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
so everybody
Oh.
I sure was looking forward to this story where I guess on May 4th we're gonna get a making of Book of Boba Fett
Yeah, just
special.
the making of.
Oh.
We can see how horribly everything went wrong.
Hey, you never know. Behind the scenes might be better than what it was.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's gonna be looking forward to that. But that was announced this week anyway.
Oh, I still love my Boba Fett no matter what.
Yep.
You're gonna have George Lucas hugging a black K, and then you're gonna have Catherine Kennedy like doing the thing with the Jabbas and just going, how we planned it, and then everybody's gonna hate you.
You
I
want
got-
the,
feel like-
the naked shower fight again?
It's gonna end up like one of those
But listen, they're gonna talk to what's his name who played Black BK, and tell him when you skipped along the way afterwards, is that you or I told you to do that?
it's gonna end up like one of those
George
behind the
will be there.
music.
No, they'll do it like
VH1
in the
behind the
Grover
music,
thing.
only it's
They have
Boba
George,
Fett.
you have George sitting around in the background going, "Excellent shot, guys! Excellent shot!" While
It's a shot.
jumping off.
You start hearing the Benny Hill
Frolic.
theme.
Yeah, it's all right. More back. I think. Oh my God, Scott.
So yeah, this was an interesting story in the fact that does anybody remember them actually laying out a 5-season plan? I think somebody said something about it once.
Yeah, they mentioned
For
5
Andor.
years.
Did they?
Yeah, but I don't really know. I thought it was like a 5-year plan for like the whole phase of Disney shows, not just for Andor.
All right.
But
This could be the Law and Order of Star Wars. You know,
rumor is they're planning around 3 seasons though, so we're gonna see more than the 2 we already have.
Well, you know what? Listen, this is going to be good. I got a feeling this is going to be the sleeper.
you have a
Yeah.
feeling everything's gonna be good though.
I
I
know.
agree with Dom.
I no, but I'll tell you this.
I'm with them,
this.
though. I think this
No,
was
no,
good.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is. If but
sneaker.
we got to get our. We're gonna. It's gonna turn into Moon Knight again, but we're gonna.
Oh,
If we get our, if they do the espionage stuff, maybe this is how we get our 313 filed in. You know what I mean? Which, if you looked at some of the Obi stuff that's coming out, that's happening. It looks like they're doing a little bit of the back, the back streets of some of these things, and they're moving around. So hopefully we get it. I don't know.
I mean, well, I mean, so they got like Wayseeker said, it's 3 seasons, and that's the same thing I've heard for a while too. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
really
heard
know
too.
that they had a
Yeah.
5-season plan. Maybe 5 years, 3
Well,
seasons
remember
over
the
5
fifth year, go right
years.
into Rogue One.
But anyways,
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I think if it goes poorly, obviously in those first 12 episodes, they can always cut. They're not really going to go forward with 3 bad seasons.
We got a surprise guest, boys and girls.
All right.
Thank you. Hey, thanks for coming in for the intros, Jedi. Could have saved
There he
me a little
is.
bit.
I still don't know
The
how
voice
they
of
went.
reason.
Well, look at you.
I can't wait to see how they went.
They're terrible. They were bad.
Just in time for this news
I'm a
story.
little naked. I don't have my hat on.
What's up?
I don't have my Star Wars stuff behind me. All I got is some picture of something.
Marco
I don't
just-
know what it is.
I like this 6.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if there's
All
a
right.
little table in the
Who
room,
else got a
don't break it
shirt
like
on it?
other people around.
Oh yeah, I broke a table. I broke a table one time and doing that.
I'll try not to
Yeah.
do
All
that.
right, go ahead. Let's go. Let's go. What do we got?
So
News.
we're in time for Jedi's favorite subject, where Mandalorian's getting a manga.
Oh,
Actually
nice.
published in Japan. So it's published in, I think it's Big Gangan magazine, monthly magazine, which is it's like a shonen magazine. For those unaware, this is like where they publish like, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 8 different mangas in a month and put it out as like a magazine. It's like 300 pages thick. It looks like a miniature phone book.
Anthology kind of thing.
Yeah, that's just an example of one of the covers.
It
It's
was
like the
better
one you
than
got, JJ.
anime.
Remember you got the Star Wars book that was thick?
Do
Oh,
what?
it's bigger than that.
Remember the
They're
Star
big.
Wars book you got that time you showed us?
No, it'd be even
Oh,
thicker
they're
than
big.
that.
They're like
Yeah,
this.
these monthly magazines are thick. I don't know.
They look
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they
wait.
look
Yeah,
like
the
a
one from
book.
Japan? Yeah, it would be
What
like
you got,
that.
yeah. Did you show us?
Yeah, that was the way they published it originally.
I didn't have
And the
Zaggy, stop. Scott, do not feed the wild animals in the chat, please. Thank you.
the artist is or the artist / writer is I'm gonna butcher his name. I think it's like Usei Yusuke, which has done a couple mangas, and I put his one of his up there is a Poetry of Ran. I don't know. He's a good artist, so I don't know. Be interesting to see. But it comes out June, the month of June, which actually the magazine itself will launch May 25th. So
Nice. Next.
Is that going to be the first? So if it launches May 25th, that means it's going to come out before the
but it'll be in
Mando
Japan.
That's
It
a
ain't coming out here.
Japanese
There you
Magna.
go.
Fucking, it doesn't
Yeah.
count.
It'll be in Japan.
It's been a long day, dude. The show is 3 days. Lots of weed. It was like clam baking, people drinking. It's been a long weekend. Doesn't count. Okay, let's go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, and so this was the I guess the big news, TV rumor news was actually it wasn't really news because I think they had already casted these people. Like Amanda Steenberg had been casted for a while, but they gave her a name and Aurora and supposedly leaked a couple character details, which I don't know is interesting, but it didn't really tell us very much, other than the fact that we kind of already knew or assumed that she's going to be a relatively young character Jedi and all that. So.
Yeah, so just as that has been told, then like an hour, 3 hours later, somebody screwed up and released they released one of those fake news things where they said it was not on time and they haven't guessed.
Yeah, that was reportedly delayed till October, which
Whatever.
which as far as I know, I don't believe they actually announced a month.
didn't.
I just
No.
They did.
No.
No,
Yeah.
you want to know what it is? And we know this from what we do. Because this is going to be so popular, they're trying to get on the back end of the suggested news on this by using certain things in the algorithm. And that's what they did. So,
Yeah.
All right, next up. I'm still
That's
looking
it.
forward to this. It still looks good, brother. I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
here
the
we
last
go.
one, though.
There's one
That's
more.
it.
Yeah.
Nope.
We're going to get into, so we're going to review Tag and Bink. For those of you who never watched Red Tag and Bink, this is the Tag and Bink, this is the second one, which is technically, the fourth one, but it's 2 of Tag and Bink. Episode
Number
1.
2 of the second volume.
Important book.
Yeah. Important 2 of the second volume. Okay. Do know, full disclosure, this is a
The most important
satire
book in Star
book.
Wars.
Even when it came out, Tag and Bink is a fucking satire. It is a joke. The whole thing's a joke. It was never canon, ever. But
Mad Magazine.
with that
Where's my
being
guy?
said, I've said this before, and somebody really flew with it, and here we go. It tells a story. Now, look, first panel right here kind of tells you it's a joke. Second panel, they're going to the movies to watch, Wicked, Annie. Like they have
That movie, it's like a play.
Yeah,
Hey,
like,
that looks like Finding Nemo.
It's actually like a
it is.
ballet.
They have the characters for Finding Nemo in there. They're talking back and forth. The guys are reading stuff. He starts telling the story of Plagueis.
Yeah.
When he tells
Go.
the story, he keeps going. Apparently, at the time, Plagueis went to go hunt for 2 babies.
James
He ended up
Bob.
trying to find
Nice.
one of the babies, but the baby was playing with Mr. Potato Head Darth Vader, and instead he blew up the baby who came from Krypton, and another baby came from Corellia. and those turned into Tag and Bink, and it was found by the Jedi's.
You got
Fucking-
Silent Bob.
Yeah,
There he
Silent
is, right there.
Bob.
Look at him, looking out into the galaxy.
Yeah. Okay.
Right there.
So, and after that, they were raised by Yoda. They were all taught. There's a little training exercise has gone wrong. Now listen. So here we go. This is the point, and this is what I've said.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be an actor as Plagueis, so it would be.
No, it's
at
not.
best-
I don't know
It's
why.
not Plagueis. It's not.
Get him.
Well,
It's not an actor. This is.
it's in part of the play.
It's not part of the play. The play
Either
they're
way.
watching. The play they're watching is a ballet
water
called
play.
like Spring Lake or whatever.
Yeah.
Does that look like any
Yeah, did
water
you
or
see
anything? in that
these? No,
scene?
go back and read these real quickly. Either way, this is seen for a very long time as the first appearance of Darth Plagueis, which it should be. It should be a cameo, but it should still be it because if you look at the staff, and I got it right here. Here you go.
There you
Here's
go.
here's
No.
the staff of the thing. The lightsaber goes there. Here's the staff right here. Look at head part, same part as that as the staff. You don't see a face. You don't see a character. It's him telling a story, or it doesn't matter whatever you say it is. Still in the book there. Also, they've got a character called Koan Actor. So what I've always said, and I've told, and Lopez will attest to this because he started buying the book afterwards, is that's the first
Yes.
time in
That's it.
first time you
Yeah.
see in comics a version of Darth Plagueis.
Or mention,
Jay and Silent Bob?
or mention, right?
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, it's a satire though, but this
Right,
still
but-
it doesn't matter because at any point this is a rendition of Darth Plagueis. It is. It's the
Right.
cloak, and you don't see a face. It's the cloak and it's the stay. It doesn't matter if it's something just pop. It doesn't matter if it's in a play. It doesn't matter if it's just a story image. I know you hate this Jedi because you hate holograms, so this has really got to be up your alley of
Visions or imagination.
But with that being said, I mean, like years ago when I was asked, I said, yeah, it's got to be at least a version of Plagueis, and it's the only version of Plagueis we ever see in comics. Just so
Right.
everybody.
And
So far.
But
that's a
what's-
win for me.
What?
Was that Jay and Silent Bob?
Yes.
Right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
That's-
parody book. There's all
this
kinds
is
of
a
different people.
satire
In there.
book. It's not. That's what I'm saying. That's not actually Plagueis. Like
Right.
these characters aren't who they are. It's a
They didn't actually show Wicked on Broadway.
yeah. They didn't show
in
Wicked
Star
on
Wars
Broadway
universe.
there. Nemo wasn't in the thing. This wasn't. None of this actually happened. The Krypton. You know, that's the planet that's super. Like
There was no Muppet Babies version of
yeah,
Jedi.
there's no Muppet Babies of Jedi. Like this isn't really. But that's why I'm trying to make it clear that this is a rendition.
It's a
But
joke.
it's still the only for right now. So
Yes, it's
it
the
is-
only. So what I'm saying is, when the real one comes out, this book is gonna probably tank. But
It'll be a
as of right
footnote.
now, it is. Okay, now they do give the wall in the back. There is actually an important character though still in the background here. Also, they've got a bunch of other.
Oh, you
stuff
mean
here.
Tom Servo down there on the bottom?
No.
You mean the
Karen
Beatles?
Arca is one of the. Karen Arca is one. This guy in the back right corner.
Jester?
One of the hell. No, one of the. Everybody's gonna guess, huh?
Anakin.
One of the statues. Oh my god.
Which
That's
I don't know which panel you're talking about. There you
What's
got
the
Anakin?
last panel when you're in the library with the statues there in brass that turn into the six. They're not. They have the artist. Lucas is in there. They also got Chaka Actor, which is the only appearance you're ever going to see of that character so far. We get the library, it's back ahead. Down here, the girl that is waving, not the other one that's by Obi-Wan-ish Anakin, but the other one that's waving, that happens to be the bounty hunter named Kanaina. She was in
Nice. So it has multiple first appearances.
that
you're
club.
saying?
No, it's got a couple, yeah.
Big
But
book.
that's not her first.
Yeah, she's waving in the Tom Servo panel. The little
Yeah,
robot
Tom
from
Servo
Mystery
panel. Very
Science.
good.
They're 2000.
All of a
Theater
sudden,
2000 in the
all of a
background.
sudden, by the way, just so you get the Beatles walking the street.
Yeah, you got Abbey Road.
Yeah, he wrote. So there's a comic book appearance too. Then this is the first time that Jango Fett does Order 66. Also, he tries to kill Tag and Bink. Then Tag and Bink go. They're running away from him, trying to hide. They find out that Anakin's hitting on Padme, but they tell him that like he's no Mac. And the one that wasn't from Krypton, the one that was from Carillion, goes, "I'll teach you how to hook up with her." Even though he's like, "I caught you guys, and I'm going to report you." And they're like, "Well, you're hitting on somebody. You're not supposed to have attachments, but we'll help you out if you help us out." So they do the Romeo and Juliet thing where they're on top, underneath, and Romeo and Juliet's supposed to be Anakin. That too. I mean, this is not the story Jedi. I see him pulling out. He's now questioning. You've never read this before, Jedi? He's
Not
questioning
canon.
why he. Yeah, he
Not
is really
canon.
questioning why he even.
Wait,
jumped
Romeo
on
and
the
Juliet
show
or the
at this point.
Cyrano de Bergerac, where he's
It's an important book,
giving-
Jedi. Don't let them fool you.
Once again, satire. So they do the little whisper thing. That's how he ends up landing
Did
Padme.
he feed him the sand line? I hate.
Yeah, I
sand.
think so. I think they did. Yeah, and then eventually he starts killing everybody. He's about to kill Tag and Bink, saves their lives because he goes, "Oh, thank you very much." Cuts off the back of their little pattern and tails and says, "Hey,
Oh, and then they're Inquisitors.
thank you for hooking me up." No, they end up turning into stormtroopers, kind of. Well, they're always,
Yeah.
but Tag and Bink are technically canon, so because they
Ooh.
are in the background in the movie.
That's enough.
No, they got cut, didn't
They
they?
got cut
Well,
from,
they're in the after parts, aren't they? They count somehow.
I don't
They were in the
think so.
book. Hey, no. They were in the description
Well,
book. What's his name
they might
say?
have been in the novel. I don't know.
Wayseeker said it counts if it's in the description of
In
the
novelization.
official adaptation.
novelization. They're in the novelization of the movie, so that they count in the
Yep.
background. All right. Have anybody not confused with that book? Buy that book first.
I'll just say that
First cameo Plagueis. First, what?
I mean,
I still want a Tag and Bink movie or something. Like it would make like the perfect like Jedi
Oh my God, how
or
cool.
You're a
perfect,
Jedi, you got to get a
it'd
980.
make the perfect Star Wars like
Yeah.
buddy cop, funny buddy
You
cop
said-
story.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done with some of that
987.
anime stuff. Was they should have just done this? It would be so funny. Okay, so that's
Waiting
what
for
it
detours.
is.
Like 21 Jump Street with Tag in Star Wars.
Yeah, Keith Tennis, where Keith Tennis is supposed to be. Yeah, that's where they are. Read this book. You should have this book. If you don't own this book popped a long time ago. Before Star Wars got popular, there's a lot of people hunting it, and I tried to before I was on the YouTubes, I tried to explain to people what this book was, and they're like, well, how can you tell that it's him? And that's when the argument came up. Well, even if you say it's a dream or a part of the play or whatever, like it's still his staff and his robe. So technically, first appearance of Plagueis is staff and robe, with maybe a cameo of him in there, or maybe a cameo of his staff and robe. I don't know. Whatever it is, that's what you get in this book, and that's what everybody's looking at. Yes, first appearance of Jedi babies as the Muppet Babies. Yes. The Crow is in there. Yes, the Crow is in there too. Yep.
The
Yeah, Buzz
robots
Lightyear's in there too,
mystery
Joe.
time.
You're right.
Yeah,
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, the other
Buzz Lightyear
mystery
was in there
giant.
too.
Yeah.
Bumblebee was driving on Abbey Road. Yes, it's a great book, dude. Like you definitely,
Like, hold on. You said tanks.
huh?
If they make Plagueis canon in current Star Wars, you said this book tanks.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't hold as much weight.
Oh.
No, I think
I
he's saying
disagree.
if
I don't
they.
think it would. I don't think it would.
No, you're saying if they have him in another comic appearance.
Yeah, if they have him in the comic, if
Right.
he actually shows up, if they
yeah.
show,
If they make him like canon official, yeah,
because because at best this is going to turn into a cameo. At best, it'll be a cameo.
yeah.
Well, he's
yeah,
already
right.
he's already canon.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
already canon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but if
yeah.
if they reintroduce him in the current canon, like give
If
him
he
his
gets
own
another
book, his
appearance,
own limited.
I don't think it tanks. I just don't. It's not going to spike. I don't think it's going to be like, oh,
Yeah, no, I
it's
dude,
gonna-
yeah.
Well, get
I don't
washed
think-
under.
This is a personal
Yeah.
book for me.
No,
It's not, dude.
okay. Well, let me explain it like this. This is the only thing that has his staff in his robes and a reference to him in it.
Right. Yeah.
As soon as it isn't anymore, the value of this isn't where it is now, because it's
Right.
the only. When they actually do a first appearance of the character, if they ever do, if
Yeah.
they ever do.
I agree.
By the way, if it's after he shows up in a movie or in a cartoon, well, too bad, so sad. You know what I mean? You'll be okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I
once
found these in
again-
dollar boxes.
Once again, I buy this
me.
book and I have it. I talked Lopez into buying them, so like that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I stand with this book.
Well, you know why I wanted it. I just wanted my guys first anything in comic books.
Yeah, that's the thing. You
So-
That's what I'm kind of saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't. It's just a personal book for
He
me.
doesn't,
'cause
I mean, he doesn't actually. Yeah, I'll go back to the panel.
Right.
They tell a story about him. He doesn't actually physically show up.
no, the only thing you could say with that is if once they say his name, you
Yeah.
could possibly say, oh, well, that's him
Yeah.
off
Yeah,
somewhere else.
It's
but-
not that much different than
Just
our
a
Revan
connection
appearance.
as
Yeah.
Right.
his-
No, that's not true because Revan.
Well, Darth. I'll say Darth Revan.
Yeah. Oh, Darth Revan. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
We'll say Darth Revan.
Yep. But just so it's going to get murky when the reason why we're bringing up this book and reviewing it for you people who haven't seen it before is this is a book that's going to cause a lot of murkiness as soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't pay. Yeah. Don't pay for it. reasonable price. I don't know. You can find it $5, $10
nobody's
bucks. Don't go out
recommending
and buy
anybody
it
go out
for
and fill out their
30, 40 bucks. I don't
This
think
is
it's worth
why
that.
this is why you have trouble finding, because years before Star Wars really got big, when they were
Right.
originally doing the sequel trilogies, people were there was a rumor that
Yeah.
Vegas was going to show up.
Yeah,
So
I remember
the
that.
comic book people started hunting this book.
Which
All right.
would have made sense. Moving on.
What? Oh, it makes sense, yeah. So if there's a rumor though that Plagueis is coming, this book's gonna bounce again. So
Yes.
get it while you can. I think it's kind of a little bit over. I don't know what it's going for now, but it's probably overlooked. We'll probably see later. I bet you it's in our slab safe cell. All right, next week we got Crimson Reign and its 500 covers. By the way, the lightsaber that Ren has in his hand, Ren, the leader of Knights and Ren. What's the name of the lightsaber that Ren has in his hand?
Nobody knows.
Ren.
George?
Steve Horn, what's up, buddy? Big shout out, Steve Horn, making my day by telling me, you know, the lightsaber's name is Ren, right?
Is it?
Okay, so Ren got his lightsaber from a guy named Ren,
Yeah.
and the lightsaber's name is Ren. And then Kylo Ren takes over for the Knights of Ren. Great stuff. We've got the last of the Connecting Razas, the last of a lot of these covers.
When did they start naming lightsabers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they know how to ruin some shit.
George Foreman style.
And that's the
You
first
know,
appearance of the Pikes on the cover at the end.
Yeah, right. We can talk about that later. Fair. Anybody else want to shout out about anything here?
More Sabak covers.
Yes, Bach. All these are connectings because that's the one with this is
There
all.
you go, Jedi. Keep your collection going.
I've only got one, so I don't know if we can call it a collection yet, but
FOC, we get another nothing. We're down the road, so we're going to talk about these because they all came out. We were wrong, guys. Admit we were wrong. Say we were wrong. They gave us house covers. We didn't get the anime. We got Ghost fucking
Luke and Leia.
Luke.
and Leia.
Mm.
We got Plagueis and what's his name?
No,
Sidious.
Sidious and Sidious and what's the kid's name?
Hux.
Hux.
Yeah.
Is that Hux or is that the other kid?
Is
That's
that
Hux.
It is.
is
That's
that Luke
terrible.
and
Hux.
Leia, or is that Marvel Rub? What is that on there?
Marvel Rub?
Well, you could hey, if it's Marvel Rub, you could just get
You can fix it.
presser.
Is that the first appearance
You
of
can still sell it for
Superior?
$180.
Superior, Supreme Palpatine?
What?
Who is it?
Talk about.
I know you're not trying to do that. Not today. It's been too long of a weekend. No, sir.
All
All
right,
right,
he's doing jazz hands. Is that what it is?
we do get, but Invader 23, we were wrong on 2, but we were right on 2 other ones. Invader 23, big surprise, Bad Batch. Except for we were kind of wrong because we didn't have Omega in there. I get it. Number 2, though, Dom, I think you and the rest of we were pretty much all dead on this. I think you were the first one to say it, and the exact scene is the scene of those two hanging out there. Extremely happy with this, right, Dom? You wanted this for the Afro cover, correct?
Yes, I do. I didn't
Looks
expect
good.
it on the Africa cover, but I'm getting a 9.8 on that definitely when it drops.
Why would you put the 2 better covers on the best books and the shittiest cover?
That should have been Bounty Hunters. It should have been on Bounty, but I understand what they're doing.
You do?
Dr. Afra.
Why do you understand what they're doing? I don't.
A lot of their
understand.
covers. No, if you notice, a lot of their covers, they always have some of the good pictures on the Dr. Afra covers because they want to sell more books. I don't know. Could be.
What?
What? Wait. Okay.
He's going with the opposite. You're thinking because they're crappy reads, they should put them on the better. But Star Wars still sells better than Afra. So what Dom is saying, they put these on there because it'll sell Afra books better.
But Afra books are
sells
I have
better.
a reason to how they do these covers, to be honest.
I don't think there's either. Where's the
Yeah,
point?
they can just deal them out.
0.08%?
Go ahead.
All right. No, I think they should have just done it opposite because, well, one, it would make sense on Bounty Hunters, and 2, these are 2 top selling books. These are the 2 that are not doing good right now. Either way, that's down the road. That's in June, early June, or first couple of weeks of June. You'll get all those out. We'll come to you with any other ones we get in the next couple. I think is there one more? We're getting 5, right? I know. I saw what BK said. Oh,
The great show.
Well, you made me
Great
Google
episode.
BK.
God. All right. Sticks, you think that's Hux too? Okay, fine. That's a terrible Hux. They're all. Oh, they're 1 in 25s now. Ooh, wow.
Weren't they supposed to? Yeah, I remember they were supposed to be, but I don't
Right, they
know
up.
after certain.
That's garbage.
Browse?
Wow.
I remember hearing
heard
that they're going to do more, but they'll be 1 in 25s. But
And they're leaving the gold on it. It would be one thing if they made them virgins. Maybe.
yeah.
Well, it looks like the Boba Fett and
No, they just didn't put it on there yet.
Nope, that's how they do it. That's how they do
They show the art before it's
because
done.
if I go back, so the first book out of it must be Vader and Hunters come first, so they put the trade dress on these two days.
Yeah, they're gonna ruin it. Don't worry, Dom. They'll ruin it.
They'll ruin it for you.
Well, the Luke and Leia doesn't look bad. The Force Ghost.
Will once you put that gold border on it.
Jedi said it looked like Marvel rub, so
Yeah, it did. Hey, before you go on, I got two things to say. One, normally when Marco reviews comic books, I've read the comic book, so I know what he's talking about. Marco, a comic book that I haven't read is like me.
No, you can't do that on Tag and Bink. Tag
It's
and Bink
like
makes
me
no
reviewing
sense.
Visions, only watching it in Japanese.
No,
Jedi,
that's not fair. That's not fair. That book makes no sense.
All right.
Jedi,
If you haven't read it, once you read the book, you'll say like, "Oh wow,
makes no sense. You did a great job." All right, my bad.
yeah." No, the book purposely makes no sense. Like they literally have Abbey Road in there and Bumblebee and Buzz Lightyear, and all of a sudden Jango Fett is like has an Order 66 chip in his head. Like that's
it's a fun book.
It's a fun book. It's not serious. They do the Romeo and Juliet thing. It's crazy. I mean, if you haven't read it, read it. I mean, go get. I think they have that. Do they have that in the whatever it's called?
Omnibus.
That one where it's Tag and Bink will never die or whatever. It had like 4 stories that came out like 3 years ago.
I actually have it. It's like the novel, like the graphic novel.
If Avar Chris had a cameo in that Kylo 3 or whatever it was, then that has to be a cameo of Plagueis.
Well, they actually said her name and they showed her face.
Voice of Reason.
Did say her name?
Didn't they? She said, "I'm Ava Chris." Yeah, Jedi Chris. I'm gonna go back and check that. Don't check.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so. Wait, I'm gonna find it. I have it. Hold on. I'll check
I'm
now.
not sure.
Okay, well,
anyway,
we can check. All right,
load up next.
Moving on.
Load it up. Either it doesn't matter, Jedi. At the end of the day, as soon as the point is, as soon as the regular comes out.
What segment are we going to go to next? What do you want to do?
What do we want to do? Apparently, Dom was doing pickups. You want to see what I picked up?
Oh, I got pickups.
Hey, got one of these?
Let's find out.
Ghost.
That's a ghost. Hard to find.
Hey, listen. Hey, just because it's a ghost doesn't mean you can't find it. And just because it's a ghost doesn't mean that there isn't going to be any that are graded at 9.8 in the census.
Go print run.
You can't get them. You don't find them everywhere. You have to dig real hard to find them. That's what a ghost is. Okay, you know that if you knew about comics, and it's charging people $1 and writing up little shitty, little shitty paragraphs. Go watch some other shows because I tell people what happens. Next thing you're going to be reviewing.
No, actually, it says, "Hello, searcher.
Needle mover.
I'll guide you on your way." There's no.
It doesn't say anything about. Okay,
that's
cool.
right.
Way to break down my PSA there, Dom. Good stuff. All right. Next up.
Well, yeah, I don't even remember.
Don't worry, I'll find you. All right.
Dom's doing pickups, and if he shows what I think he's going to show, then I'm going to.
I wasn't doing pickups. I was just showing you. You already showed a pop, like while we were in the middle.
Oh, you did already?
I showed the pop to you.
You.
You're showing it to you.
He didn't even ask for pickups. I was making fun of him because he didn't even ask for pickups.
The Ronin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
V556. Visions.
Jedi, you're no longer allowed to take vacations because this show's off the rails already. Let's get into. Are we going to Slab and Sell? What are we doing?
We could do that next if that's what you want.
James, there is some little app decided to make a smart
comment. I'm about to start eating some Cheetos. I'm hungry. It's long.
No Cheetos.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
You have to mute myself so you don't hear the crunching of Cheetos.
I'm not eating Cheetos.
I got jelly.
Gotta eat the flaming hots.
No, you.
Oh, we can do the thing. Here, I'm gonna do the thing.
Little wuss to do that.
All right. Yep, I'm holding up ghost books and I got the FOMO for pops, bro. You got me. BK, I missed you. All right. Stash, Slab, and Sell. Where's JJ? Okay, Stash, Slab, and Sell. Let's go. Throw it through the ringer. I roughly looked these over, so I hope there's no surprises. What do we have first?
Well, you can go over what Stash, Slab, and Sell is if you want.
Okay. It pretty much means, are we going to stash the book because we don't think there's any value in it currently? Are you going to slab the book because you have enough time to slab it, pretty much for investment? Or do you think you're going to sell it right now to get rid of it before the price goes up? And this week, instead of pulling out, because I didn't have time, or I got back from con, I just went to the non-pressed, non-even look-through books for some of these. Please don't go to the first slide because JJ told me not to even dig up Tag and Bink because he wanted to grab it. So we're going to skip the first slide. All right.
Ooh, I can't skip it. I got to go through it. I already went
through it. We'll come back.
By accident.
All right. These are Siths that we're going to later do the top 10 on. So pay attention, I guess, maybe if you want. All right. No, any figure not supported or whatever. Okay. And JJ decided to add in a little surprise because apparently we just love to antagonize apps that like to try to muddy the water. Okay. So.
Don't antagonize. Just clarify.
Okay, next up.
Well, the first book is this book, but you said don't do this book.
So go to the second book.
But then I have to go back.
Next up, because
I can't reorder this. It's in an order.
We weren't going to do this book, but we knew if we did Darth Crate, and we know this isn't Darth Crate, we knew some people were going to bring up this book. And while he was asking, I just happened to come through it. So, which one is it? It's this one right here. We have got number 10. What is number 10, anybody? Can you read off the stats, Pete, please?
Oh,
I look at
do you want the stats? I was putting you up on the screen because I thought you were ready.
I'm going to try to.
Total graded 136. 33 of them are 9.8s. The average CGC sale price for a 9.6 is $320, while the average sale price for a 9.8 is about $700. And the average raw is only about $25.
What condition?
Various.
Fold it up in the pocket.
I don't look at the condition for the sale, but
well, you're gonna go back now. JJ's here. Do his first because I
actually now that I think about it, that's actually a misprint. I think it's supposed to be like $75
for what the raw.
The average raw for that.
Yeah, I think 10 is a little more expensive.
Well, somebody changed the book. I left the price of the old book in there.
That was me because I explained. I was digging through and I said, if we're going to do Crate, they're going to ask about. So this is actually the first appearance of Ashrad Het. I guess there's a debate out there if some random character in the background in the book before this could possibly be the son, even though there's no reference to it and whatever. It's a high possibility.
Or could it be the father?
A cameo, right. But that's not. No, the father's in the book before this for sure. That's his first appearance, 100%. But there's Sharad Het, who's the dad, and Ashrad Het, who's the son. This is Ashrad Het's first appearance. And you can debate it till you die. That is non-breaking. This needs a press.
Let me know when you want to go on the big screen.
Sure, go ahead. Oh man, this book's never been open.
All right, you're on the big screen.
This has never been open before.
So I'm real interested to hear what you guys say about this one because this is a book that I have thought about pulling the trigger on, but never have.
Yeah, it looks like it now in the black light, but when I put it under a real black light, you can tell that it doesn't. There's no breaking covers in these 4 bends right there. There's 4 bends around the spine. The corner is okay. It hadn't been open before. There is nope. That's not anything. Okay. Oh well, let's see what that does. Nope.
Marco got the gloves on.
Yes, I do. Yeah, no. So this actually does. You can see a little creasing there. Can you see the crease?
Yeah. We got it with the.
No, it's not bright color. This is a perfect example of a book that, with a press, probably grades out to 9.8. Like this is almost certainly will grade out to 9.8 with not even a hard press. Like this is a very easy cleanup of a book.
Okay.
2 dents in the. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's interesting.
So use bubble gum wrapper on the inside of the book.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but very closely.
Yep.
There's little small
some dents.
Dents. Yeah.
Still easily doesn't break. Let's see. Doesn't break. Could be done. Does it go through?
This could be fixed.
Doesn't go through. Thick paper. Remember, thick stock on those early DC stuff. So, what's the stats on this book again? 75 raw.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 75 raw. 320 or 700.
It's going in. Well, it might not. and this is why, you know when this book's going to get popular, right? In 3 weeks when Obi-Wan comes out, because there's going to be a rumor that they're going to be speculating that every character that shows up that they don't know that they see in the desert is somehow going to relate to Darth Krayt.
Yeah, but won't they do that for weeks? You know, for every episode, they'll say, "Well, he's coming next week."
There's a faster way to get CGC through now. So
well, if you have Tusken Raiders that are going to be heavily in the show, you might have it.
Yeah, we already got it during Boba Fett, didn't
I'm
we?
already starting the rumor mill. Dom's already pumping it up. Pump, Don.
I'm starting to think now.
That is what everybody wants. Everybody wants more Tusken Raiders. That's exactly what Disney just knows what we want.
So this is an interesting. They're not that bad. Actually, this book that you have up here almost looks exactly like the one I have. The two little dents there, but they're smaller. Whatever you took the
You
screenshot.
can see little nicks in the corner on the side.
It's not actually the book I have, but it sure does look like it pretty close.
But does it have a staple out? That's what Zaggy wants to know.
No, this isn't. My name's not Darth Lopez. We don't sell staples in this books.
Joe says slab it.
The question with slamming it is, do you think
BK just wants you to stash it.
Do you think I have another shot at this after? Do you think I'd have, if I slabbed it, do you think I'd have a shot at selling this again? I guess that's the question.
You always will.
Yeah.
People love Darths. There will always be a rumor for a Darth.
Yeah.
If it's not now, it's Andor. He's going to show up as Krayt.
And
we'll get flashbacks.
Well, at the end of the day,
who knows? Every show
canon
will be a
yet,
reason
right?
or rationale to make an excuse.
He's not canon, so if they make him canon, he definitely the book will shoot up again.
How do you know it's a good ROI, Joe? What do you know if how much do you know? How do you know I only paid $1 for that book? You don't know that I paid $1 for that book. I didn't tell you how much I paid for it. I guess you're right, but that's not always true, Pete. Because and Darth Lopez could attest this. Darth Lopez, remember we were talking about books? They were old KOTOR books, and it was something about a Darth, and you asked what I thought you should do, and I said sell it SHET as soon as possible, and you sold it for the highest it's ever sold, and to this day it's still the highest ever sold, and it's almost been. Has it been a year?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half. So like
right,
that's
the old Republic. That's the old Republic.
Yeah,
that's the video game guys, right?
Yeah, yep.
Darth Mar,
Darth, whatever his name is. But so that's not true that all Darths hold weight. However,
right.
This Darth is.
I'm not saying so much as hold, but there will probably be another bite at the apple, even for that book too.
For this book, yeah.
I'll say even the other one. There will always.
Oh, I don't know if you're going to have it after a year and a half. I don't know if there's going to be enough. I mean, the price went down so far on that book. I don't know. I'll give you 50 now. You don't have to stress about it.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 75 right now. Why would
if you got a shot for a 9.6 or a 9.8, I'd say
definitely
send it in.
9.6. I mean,
I'd say send it in because I don't know how many.
Take the chance.
I mean, even look at how old this book is. There's only 136 graded total.
How many of these is sold?
And only 33 9.8s. That's not a lot considering this book is 1998.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know?
Yeah, I mean that's probably it. You're probably right. Probably graded. It's worth it. Even if the 9.8 price drops, I guess that's the point. Like the 9.8 price, Joe brings it up, drops to $200. Even if it drops to the 9.6 price at $320, it comes at 9.8. You're doing all right.
You'll still be all right, but you'll still have one of 34.
Screen Raw versus 9.8. It's not what you do with yours, just the book. No, it's with the book that I have. That's why we show it. If not, we could just pull these books up and then you can make up whatever you want, and everybody would have perfect 9.8s. And actually, this week's the good one because I haven't reviewed these books, so it was that came out in such good condition is probably nice that it did. But I probably would have happened if it was a 7 or something like that, right? The Dr. Pepper hitting good tonight. You and apparently Jedi Johnson, because Jedi Johnson had a fresh Dr. Pepper in it. I think so. I think you're right, Pete. You kind of talked me into it. Grading it's the way to go, and I'm probably going to send it out to Sean in a minute. Dom, what'd you say? Grade it?
No, I was saying, grade it. Grade it because, look, depending on what you paid for it, you're still going to make it comes to 9.6. You're still making a profit.
Yeah, it is $1. I paid $1.
So I got a question. I got a question because I don't have this book. Is it worth $75 buy-in at this point to get?
No.
Do you want me to send it to you?
I'd say no.
Are you asking for this book? Is that what you're asking for, John?
No. Like I was saying before, this is a book that I have watched on eBay. I've watched it. and then I've always just like, I just never pull the trigger.
Oh, I know, Joe. I know. Yeah, no, I mean, I think the most I paid for one of these was at one time I paid $10 for one of these books. So,
all right, so this is a back issue bin type of. If you can get it in
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you're not gonna find it now though.
Yeah.
I don't think now, but I think
Now
there
it's
is.
over. Yeah.
I think there is an ebb and flow of this. I think if it starts to go, if we don't see it after Obi, if we don't see him in Obi, which I don't think we are, I think in our next wave it's going to kind of taper down till Pete says somebody starts the rumor mill up about it
But
again.
this is kind of a Grand Inquisitor type, where you've got a small window, unless you just want to get it for your collection. You've got a pretty small window to get this thing and possibly sell it.
That's why the debate was if you send it out, which the chat and Pete kind of bring up a good point. This is a character that keeps, like, think about it. When everybody
coming
saw
around the
Kira,
rumors.
yeah, whenever they saw Kira, the little character from High Republic, everybody referred to Darth Krayt because of the mask. So it's a very popular. It's like Revan, right? Like Revan's never like. It would take a very long time for Revan to ever show up in this world.
Yeah,
I realize I was
still
gone
put
for most
Krayt
of this
in my
conversation.
back burner.
What's that?
But is this so? If they introduce Krayt as in like Darth Krayt, do you think this is the book? I don't think. I don't know. I don't know that many people care about this book as much.
Oh, really? I still think people do.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Because it could be a Darth Krayt, and maybe it's not Het, or maybe they never refer to him as Het.
You're right.
What about
that? Brings up a whole different scenario we didn't even think about.
What about the cover with Obi-Wan on the cover where he fights him in the desert and leaves him there, and he beats him? And,
that's I think the worst of the three covers. I think it's the worst of the three books.
This dude ain't even canon, right? He's not canon, right?
No,
he's not canon.
Yeah, so that's another. That's
not
thing.
canon.
I was saying, once he becomes canon, if they put him in canon,
but that's a big if.
For these Raw 35, yeah,
big if.
Yeah, I mean, it seems less and less like this character is going to make an appearance. So,
right.
I don't know. You never know. But even if he does, I still don't think it's an A-lister.
No.
You know what I mean?
Joe's got a good point. They sure do seem to find a way to keep making it to Tatooine in every show.
True.
He's got a point. He ain't lying.
We're on
Tatooine. Tunisia.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. What do you think, Darth? Would you grade it or would you sell it? You'd sell it, right?
Yeah, of course.
You sell it. Right?
Yeah.
I think I should note on here, if I believe I pulled the 9.8, that I think that was only like one sale.
Oh, okay.
I think, but look, I think these characters, like I say, they have a niche market. I think there's a lot of people who just want all Darths and anything in Star Wars. So I think it'll always have a market in high grade, but I still don't think you should. I don't know. I wouldn't slab it.
Yeah, I mean, the amount, but me and you know each other personally because we talk a bit. The amount that I slab compared to the amount that you slab are two extremely different numbers.
Right.
So like,
right.
It's just it. All right. Yeah. What do you think? So you said no. And Jedi, what do you think? Which, right, if you're doing that type of thing, like we saw Lopez's sale, he sells a lot of Raw and he bundles a lot of stuff because of the price point that he gets in at. He gets in and out and goes fast. So that is, I think that's a great decision for him. Jedi, what would you do?
Oh, well, I was going to say, if I own that book that you own, that you just showed, I would put it in my queue to get slabbed right behind first appearance of Quinlan Voss.
That's fair. That's actually a very great comparison. Fair. JJ, what are you saying? No, because you don't have faith that they're going to do it.
I'd stash it.
Stash it.
And the very first inkling of anything Darth Krayt, like before that show hits, even before that trailer hits, if it's ever confirmed that Krayt's in anything, or ever going to be made canon somehow, like even in the comic, I'd sell it.
Yeah,
sell it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys. Patrick sold the near mint copy for $100. So he did it raw, but Joe says definitely if you think it's 9.8, try to swing it. All right. Well, that might be something too pre-screen, and if it doesn't go. All right. Can we go back one so that JJ, did you pull Tag and Beak?
I did. Yeah, sorry.
There it is. There it is.
Tag and Bink, first appearance of a cloak and a pole.
First appearance of Darth Plagueis. Yeah.
That's not cameo at best. Darth Plagueis. Come on.
I like a little cameo. So yeah. So 62 total are graded. 27 9.8, so about a third or 9.8 blue label. Couldn't find a recent 9.6 sale to throw in there. Did find based on two 9.8 sales, it came down to about $200 average.
Oh man, nice.
Yeah, and a low price on Raw. It's gone. It's one of those books that I think, like you said, a lot of people were looking for, but a lot of people haven't sold. So it goes. And also, I noticed this one gets sold in like a lot, like with all the Tag and Bink books together. Yeah. It gets sold in a lot. So
why I love this book too is when I first bought this, when that first stuff was coming out years and years ago. My kids were real young, and I had left. I bought 3 packs of these because they used to sell them all in packs. That's how people sold Tag and Bink.
Yeah.
Who's Lopez? Is that you with all the background?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And my kids were very tiny, still wearing diapers. And I went in there, and they had tore up 2 out of the 3 number 2s, but all the number 1s in the series were perfect. Like literally tore the shit out. Like they were trying to read them, but they tore the shit out of them.
Did you make the Yoda face then? Is that what you?
So I got 1 out of the 3, and I had 3 number 1s. Oh, I love this. So I love this book. I mean, I really love this book, but I mean, I think it's more sentimental to me. I think that's why I downplayed it.
I love all the Tag and Bink books, really.
Yeah,
I buy them if I find them cheap, like in bins at all, like under $5, automatic buy. I don't any of the 4.
So I think this is.
Let me know when you want to show your copy.
Yeah, your book.
Okay.
Yours.
Yeah,
please display it.
Mine is actually. I have a newsstand that's in better condition, but I didn't pull that one because I didn't know where it was. I think I buried it with a box of top-loaded books somewhere. But I do have this one, which is in pretty good shape. The worst thing about this guy, and I actually bought this one in a lot. As mentioned, we buy them in lots of lots. So, but the worst thing that came out about this one, and I don't know if we'll be able to see it or not. I can take it out if we can't see it.
No,
can you see that right there? Go down there. Yeah, and then there's another one right there. So that one's color.
That makes color.
Yeah, so that kind of screws it over a little bit. The first one I think is pressable.
Yeah, less than a 1/10 of an inch color break. 1/10 of an inch of color break does not get you a 9.4.
So I don't know. It's probably coming out. It might be tough for 9.8 because I don't know if the other one will press out. So basically, there's 2 ticks. One may press out, the other one won't. So. Yeah. But you're probably looking pretty high grade. But I don't know.
You got less than a 1/10 of a color break. You got a near mint either way. You're looking at less than 10.
It's at least a 9.4, 9.6 maybe. 9.8 questionable.
Sub 9. If you don't press, you just put in 9.6, 9.6ish on average. Okay. The question is, once again, like, this is a gamble book, right? Even in the high grade, it's a gamble.
I stash it at this point. Yeah. I mean, what's getting $17 ain't gonna do much for you.
No, but if the rumor comes, you stash it because the first shot at a rumor, as long as it's still the only Plagueis book there is, which that's the way we'll say it. It's the only Plagueis book out there currently.
Mm-hmm. I think the deal, like you said, if you ever see a solicit or something that has Plagueis in it for a comic upcoming, that's probably the time to unload this book.
Plus, as you said, you got another copy. You have that newsstand copy. So
I do have a
this one.
So for me,
Partek Tony found a good version of the mid grade for $1 last year in the newsstand. Good job, Partek Tony. Good job.
The good thing about the Tag and Bink books is, like, in shops you can find them in bins. I mean, I know here it's a $17 raw price, but that's pulled from online sales. But you can still find them in bins, like at cons and
a lot
stores.
A lot of times, because it's the second book, when you're digging through, make sure you're using your fingers because you can feel it on the back.
Yeah,
a lot of times,
that's how I. Yeah.
See,
Lopez
is 100 too. Like it's in the back of it. When you go through it, they put this one on the back side of the board all the time. So make sure you're double checking them. Because that's how they, like Jedi or JJ said, stashing too. I'm stashing. Pete, what are you doing?
Stashing, yeah.
Dom?
Stash.
Lopez?
I'm going to slab it and keep it forever.
I'm shocked.
Dark Plagueis. Hey. That's his only cameo, his whatever you want to call it. That's his first in comic. That's my guy. So, I'll slab it.
Don't forget, Lopez, he's got a newsstand version.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
No, that's all he buys. We know. Yeah, he only buys the newsstand version. Okay. Yeah. Jedi, what do you got?
I guess I'm going to stash it. Anybody know what the print run was on this?
No.
Great question. Solid question.
Actually, these
That is
weren't.
not a solid question. No.
Yeah. These weren't really like they weren't super popular books.
No, they
at the
They
weren't.
won't
time.
find
Hey,
about
that-
pizza, finding ghosts.
Actually,
Ghosts. I can tell you
Not
another
only
good-
were they not popular, they were also stored shittily.
Right.
Like, you usually
Yeah.
find that's what we're saying. Like when you hunt these books, like
Beat
they
up.
still are just like
And another good, if you could find it in good condition, the original Dark Horse trade paperback
Yeah.
with all 4 is a good buy if you can find it pretty cheap.
I'm just
Tag and
wondering why
Beak.
there's so few
I have
writers.
some.
That's what it's called. Tag and Beak was here, right? That's the
Yeah.
first trade paperback.
Yep.
They re-released it.
Marvel reprinted it, but yeah.
They did reprint it, yes. Yeah.
When I asked Marco about Plagueis in comics, that was like at that time it was about like $300 9.8 with sales, and
Yeah.
raw they were going for maybe $70-$80.
It has
So
its
my
ups and
first
downs.
copy before I found it, I paid. Not gonna lie, I might have phoned myself $40, but
You did from where
at the time that nobody would accept $20-$30. I couldn't find it, so I bought it, and then months later, of course, I find it, and I don't even remember where I found it somewhere, but still, it's a hard book to find. Still,
The cover is different, but this is the trade. This was Marvel's reprint.
The
This
New
label
Jersey
license.
Nets are down, so BK's life is ruined right now.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
go ahead.
Oh,
I think
hockey.
there's 20,000 copies, Jedi, if Comicron's
Yeah.
correct.
It's probably more than that, more like 26,000, somewhere around there. But once again, they were like it. Even when people were hunting these, like they were not in like they weren't even in Star Wars boxes. They were in like we put a couple books together to try to get rid of them boxes. So
Yeah.
still look for them in those. Anyways,
Mm.
all right. White
What
cover.
book is up
What white
next?
cover? Oh, it's TV.
For the trade.
All right, here you go, Pete, for the trade. Yeah.
Well, I don't
Speaking
have
of
a
white
third
covers.
print, so
65
Joe, sorry.
raw now, huh?
Sorry,
Wow.
BK's attacking members of the chat, so I have to. I gotta swing at him real quickly with his New Jersey Nets. All right, go ahead.
So Star Wars Legacy #1. I pulled the third print. We kind of did this thing last second, so I don't know what version anyone has, but
I got the first print newsstand.
there
I
you
got
go.
the
Oh,
third one as well.
You
Oh,
have it
okay.
on you, Jedi?
Not
No.
with me, no. Yes, I travel with it.
Details on the third print. So the third print was printed, I think, 2 months after the original. But you're looking at 112, and you're looking at 74 9.8s. Oddly enough, a low 9.6 at like 170 average. I think the last sale was actually like even lower. It was like 140. And then you got about $65 for a raw average and 600 for 9.8, but that was only based on like 1 or 2 sales.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
So there's not a lot of sales data for a 9.8 on this. Now, if you do want to go first print, if I remember right, the data is about, you can triple the census number for graded, I think.
Okay.
I think it was around like 360 or so total. And then data you're looking at least for a raw price, I think it was like $34 or $33 average, because I originally did the first print, but I figured we'd do a later printing. And so, yeah.
I got you.
So you're looking about $34 for a raw copy of the first print.
This is where Crate has his armor on. So first appearance of Darth Crate. This is where he gets crab armor.
Yeah. And he's referred to Crate and everything else. So, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Plus, you get Talon on the cover there, and you get
First appearance of
Nile.
Talon, right? Talon's first appearance is in this.
I can't remember if this came before or after the Zero issue.
Before
I think
Zero.
it came
Zero
It
came after.
It came after. The
Zero came like
after.
3 months, or no, is it not even? I think it was like 3 weeks
Was it?
after.
Was there a 0 and then there's 0.5?
half. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a half issue of this, but I'm
Okay.
thinking
It
more.
makes it even extra confusing.
Yeah.
I do. I think it. Yeah, I think it. For one came first, and then it was. I think it might. That's going to be interesting because I think technically the third print came after, after half. So
It might have.
her first full appearance. Technically, this would be her third appearance in the third print. Technically. But go
I
ahead.
have the 0 and the half. The 0 in my boxes. Not here though. I can't. Gotta get them. I'm sorry.
No, I know, but like I got one over there and one over there too. We don't tell everybody where we got. We use the ones we have. Let's go. Who's
All
got
right.
it? Pete,
Well, I'm
let's
just
go.
looking. I
got
have
one.
it, but I'm looking June 2006 for 0. I was trying to get the numbers.
Oh my
but now
God.
it's all screwed up, so who cares?
Now
All
I'm
right.
curious. You got him curious.
You got me curious. You did.
It's Talon. It's before the other prints.
All right, so I don't have the third print. I only had first print, but I did find my first print newsstand. So it's
Cover.
got the
Thank you, Joe.
Star Wars Presents down at the bottom. Try to keep it clear.
Nice.
You can probably already see right there. There's at least 3 ticks down. You see that?
Yep.
And whatever.
Yeah, there's like
Yep.
3 ticks. Right, 1, 2, 3, right by the letters.
A lot of direct. What was this? What year was this? 2001,
2006-ish.
2006.
So
So
that's
the
really it. Other than that, the other corners are all sharp. Everything else looks pretty good. It's just-
64.
There's at least 3 little color breaking ticks. Very tiny.
Not all the bookstores haven't and newsstands haven't shut down yet, but they're less than they used to be. It's like 2
Oh, yeah.
more years, and you have half the amount of newsstands that are going to be out during this year. So, but still rare. Like I think it's a 60-40 split at this time for direct over news. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, well, if I'm going off of the dates that Comic Vine at least is showing, the 0 came out on June 7th of 2006, and issue 1 came out June 21st of 2006.
So 0 was first.
But 0 and a half
Zero
was
and a
like
half.
2008. Like that was
0 and a
way-
half.
Okay, so I made a mistake. Okay. So
So
the
it's
half.
Callan's
zero-
versus that one, then it comes out with the okay. Fair enough. All right.
But anyway, you still have crates, and you still
Yeah.
have Nile. Is that how you say it? Is it just
No.
Nihl?
No, I think Neil. No.
Neil.
Nil.
And it's a huge cover. Thanks again.
No, because he doesn't matter.
Well, it's get confusing because you got Nil, you got Nihilus, you got the Nihil. There's just too many things that are too close
0 and a
together.
half was 2008. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're doing it on crates. So what are we doing with that book, the newsstandy? Wayseeker says he has no faith. Wow, he's got no faith in that book. So sell it.
I mean, I think for me, this is like if you had it in maybe in the condition that Pete's is in, I would probably just stash it because I don't know that's worth slabbing in that condition.
Yeah, that's how I
But-
felt. It's not slab worthy to me.
If you had it in like a 9.6 or 9.8 grade, I would slab it because I think this actually has more legs than him as Het. Because I think if they introduce crate, they may never say the name Het, or you never know. But
Get the backstory.
We better hope that the kid that they're chasing down isn't named Het in Obi-Wan this week. Because that's gonna be something.
He's not a raider.
Don't have to be. They could still call him Het.
That's true. That is true.
They could change that story and say that.
well, he wouldn't be a kid.
Yeah,
he was old.
Oh, no. Did you read? Have you read comics? Because when Obi-Wan meets Asherad Het is a kid. The dad was still there. Sharad Het. Asherad Het was still a kid, and Obi-Wan takes him. The Dark Lady starts training. We can go in that story, but either way, it's very easy to adapt that storyline. Okay. That's why he could be looking. I'm not going to do this.
What era is
right now? Put the 0.18 up, please. Put the 0.18.
It's a Hughes cover.
We know we've said it's a Hughes cover 4 times. Okay, all right. There we
What do
go.
you want me to do?
Nothing. I was calling myself out for spreading rumors that aren't true. No, I was saying right 0.18% of the time.
Oh! I thought you wanted me to put the 0.5 comic cover.
I was theorizing how they could do it, which is a bad way of doing rumors. Okay, so you're selling everybody. What are you doing, JJ?
I would probably just stash it.
Yeah, I'm probably just
In that
gonna hold
condition.
on to it as I have been.
It's a Hughes cover, so it'll always have some value to it.
Yeah, I love Hughes, so it's not going anywhere. Or-
What are you
It's
doing?
pretty. For a Star Wars Hughes cover too, it's kind of iconic. Like,
You know, when it comes to newsstands, and the newsstands are much rarer than the actual direct copies, I would maybe slab it.
It's not at this time though. It's only like 20
yeah, it's
difference.
Go
ahead.
It's but the newsstands are less now.
Yeah.
No newsstands.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
mean,
in this book,
2006,
it is,
was a decent number less, like you said. What? It's
60,
20%, still 1 in 5. It's still
Yeah.
1 in 5.
I would slab it and just hold on to it because if it does jump, it's already slabbed already, and you get the somewhat
Fair
top
point.
money.
I don't know that you would get in the condition that's in and the condition it
Yeah.
would come out in a slab. I don't know that you would get the boost that you
Maybe-
think you would.
maybe-
Though.
Oh, but maybe this is why. Because did you hear what Dom said? Dom said his first thing was it's a newsstand, so it's rare, which is still a mindset. of
There's a
people.
lot. Oh, yeah, a lot
I'm
of
not,
people just
I'm not
believe that.
knocking Dom on this. A lot of people say the exact. That's what I'm telling you.
I
There's a
know,
lot
but
of people say
it's also
exact-
important to note too. There's no separation for newsstand on this issue.
Very fair.
Yeah.
But that's also
That's what all of them.
a plus for a seller who could,
Mhm.
not to say I would do such a thing, but I'm
Mhm.
Actually, one of our books I'll get to later. I'll tell you about
Take
a funny
advantage.
newsstand sale.
Okay, cool. So that's interesting. Okay, thank you, Dom. But is that going to like you start to see a little relax on like people finally realizing that second prints are just first reprints, and people are starting to get away from the term of first full when that's a second or third appearance. Is the newsstand the thing that falls next when me and Eric do our expose on newsstands and we expose newsstands for what they are? You know what I mean? It takes a while to change that type of narrative, but you can see.
Yeah, like it's like gonna be like an insider edition report.
Dude,
2020.
Hard copy.
Dude, you should see
Hard
everything
copy.
Eric has written up on it, man. He's got like paragraphs and like graphs and charts.
I'm waiting for once you guys do it. You tell
I've
me
been
what you need.
busy. Eric hates me already, but I've been busy. All right, let's go. So
Next
you're
book.
doing Slab it. Lopez, what are you doing? Lopez,
I'm
Love.
selling.
Huh?
He's
Selling.
He's selling. He's selling right now.
Raw? You're selling raw at 65.
No, I sold it raw at like 100 plus.
No, not that. You were looking at the
Now.
point. Once again,
now?
the point is right now with
yeah,
the
I'll
book
sell.
you saw.
Sell.
We don't need to
Sell.
put out there.
He's still a
so-
sell.
Yeah, I'll sell.
Yeah. All right. Jedi, go. What were you doing?
So if I had this book in the condition that Pete showed, I probably slab. I have this book in probably somewhere, but it's probably between an 8.5 and a 9.2, and that means therefore I'm just stashing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, of everything that could be great about this book, the fact that Crate, right?
Yep.
Is taking a lightsaber through the ear and out the other side of it. He is not even flinching.
It's that crab arbor, bro.
That is awesome. That makes the cup. That's why you buy this book. That's just awesome.
Fair.
It's an awesome cover.
Fair
I
point.
think you honestly, and I should have said this about the other one. I think you list this at like $140 if you have Pete's book right now, because, and this is why. And you say what it is. You say it's newsstand. You say,
Here's
whatever.
fine ticks. Here.
You did what Lopez does with the staple that's popped and whatever else. Because as soon as you saw what I just did 2 minutes ago, where I connected very easily a makeable rumor to why it makes sense that this character would show up, even though it makes no sense that it would show up. By the way, it makes no sense he'd show up in the Obi-Wan show, as JJ stated, but I very easily did it within 10 seconds. And as soon as that happens, maybe somebody will pay you a crazy price. You can get the money and you can buy a better version than what Pete has in this book. So I say you list it on eBay for $165, $175.
I've got like 3 or 4 of these all in the same kind of range.
Wow. And you just throw it up there and say $175 and you pull a Lopez and you sell a great book,
The
right?
only significant newsstand I have First Throne newsstand.
There you go.
There you go.
So, and it's.
I mean, you're not going to find a newsstand of this book or any of those books in the wild anyway. So,
That's
Not anymore.
newsstands still carry a lot of weight.
You could get lucky. I got lucky. I found the
I'll show you if I can screen share later. I'll show you an instance of Lucky that just
Star Wars
occurred
Tales
a
23.
couple days ago on eBay.
Somebody get
All
for
I know
steal.
is
Okay.
Also, Talon is what Lorna D should have looked like.
Mm.
And
Oh, not enough cleavage. Is that what you're saying?
that's not all I'm saying.
Not wearing a
man.
bikini. She wasn't wearing a bikini.
Man. You wanted the Hughes cleavage? Is that what you wanted there,
That's
buddy?
not all I'm saying.
Nothing wrong with that.
I hear you. Man.
I've been
A
watching
bikini and thigh-high
You guys love
boots.
You need to
cosplayers.
get Campbell
That's
to
very
do a
good.
cover with Talon.
Go ahead. Anyways, go ahead. Finish it off, Jedi. Let's stop giving him a hard time. Go ahead, Jedi.
No, that's all I was going to say. Me? I'm
You're
done.
watching
That's all I
something. I
got.
thought you said you were watching something.
All right, so we're
Oh, I
moving on.
said,
to
no,
the next book.
I've been watching Pete's shows with the, the pinup type girls on it too much. So I'm kind of just.
I can't help it. I like them.
Okay, you guys and your cosplayers.
I
All
see
right,
it
next
everywhere.
up.
I still maintain Jennifer Beals looks fantastic.
Gear is battle tested. Dwayne, you're
Horrible
going to be
with that.
putting time out with Zaggy. Knock it off. Knock it off.
All right, next book. Who's got Bane?
Nice. Look at
Ooh.
this. You hear this? Legit sales from Jay. He says a few months
There you
ago, sold a couple of these for over raw, Jay, for the third print. Let us know, please.
Right.
Yeah, the third
Probably
print
right.
was selling for a lot. Like the
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
Actually, yeah, that was
especially
prices
the newsstand.
as they average out. Those prices have dipped because I usually take about the last
Yeah.
like 5 to 10 sales. So I mean, it used to be going for a lot more than it was.
Telling you, collectors that are too lazy to go out and dig through boxes, like myself, so I can say this,
Nice, Jay.
probably be willing to pay prices like that because this book was pretty hot for a while.
Jay, good sales. Congratulations, my man. We'd love to hear it. All right. Next up.
And we also got don't forget the fourth print too. Keep an eye out for that thing.
Okay, next up, let's go.
Just saying, there's another printing.
I'm sorry. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired today.
Jedi versus Sith #1.
Oh,
You had 320 total, 121 graded blue label 9/8.
I love this book.
255 average for 9/6. I think I should have asterisked that because I think that was over like 4 sales, so it was less.
One
than
of the
5.
most ridiculous Dark Horse stories ever. Love it.
Yeah.
And 485 was the 9/8, and actually that had one I think that dipped it down. It was actually over 500 for most sales, but one was like around like 400 even or something, so it kind of took down the average.
Go ahead.
It's about $72 average raw price.
Nice.
Yep.
When people always brag about how great Dark Horse books are, I bring up this series because I love this because it's like watching Jerry Springer. It's complete trash. They literally have got like a centaur fucking Jedi in this book.
Oh, Jesus.
It is 100% garbage and it's delicious. So I hate when people are like, "Oh, it was such artistry, dude." Really, everybody's hand blows off in this book. Yeah, I mean it doesn't make a lot. They named the kids like Sunshine and Waterfowl and what was it? What was her nickname?
Rain.
What's Rain? Zena's name somehow, and the other one's name is like Butt Popper or something. I don't know. Either
Butt
Butt Popper. I grabbed this. They got weird
That's
stuff
pop,
going
I
on
think
in
you
these
meant.
books.
So
I got this
in my
one.
chair.
Oh, you got it.
Obviously, yeah. So I pulled these. There's boxes that I haven't even sorted through yet, so they're a couple years old.
Yeah,
I
I got a couple of these too sitting over here.
Still got the price tag. I had got it, and I didn't pay $3. I got a lot less than for this. But we get to examine because this board and bag does not look good. So we're going to examine the book, and hopefully we'll get something that isn't a 9/8 candidate. With 2 spine ticks, consider still mint Black Ops. It depends on how big technically the spine ticks are.
We think technically too near mint is
near mint
9.2 and better in a way.
9.2 and better for near mint. So So yes, and it depends on how long they are, how long the spine ticks are, and yes, you can get that. Yes,
Some men are longer than others.
Well, no, it's some are longer than others.
Your mom been telling me stories about me.
Wearing gloves?
Sorry, good break.
I don't know what this is.
Gloves.
That last book was a 9/8. I pulled it out and didn't have spine ticks. It just had pressing. This book is shit though. It's not shit. It's not bad.
See, when you go back there, it looks like you're hiding it from us.
I suspect something.
He's sneaking. He's sneaking.
Try to use the dark light over here.
I know, but it's still to us, it looks funny.
Shenanigans.
He's changing out books.
Shenanigans. I can
it's not
real quick while he's doing that, I can screen share something real quick to show you
Yeah,
what I
what
was
you
talking about. If I can do it here, let me. If I do it without crashing.
Hey, here you go. This is cosplay for you
wait.
guys. Because I know you guys like the cosplay.
Is that the back cover?
Nice.
Let me see if I can do this here.
Oh, there it is. No?
So he's sitting here, he's staring at a book. JJ's trying to bring up a screen.
Yeah, we're doing good. It's working out like it should.
Okay.
Big book.
All right. See if that works. Can we?
Come on, hurry up, Marco.
Wait, you got to go back to whatever others. You can't see what's going to
I
happen.
gotta get to the list.
Can you see? Can you see
We
my?
can see the screen, but you can't see
Okay.
it. So.
So
What
dangers
might
of
be
this.
Let me see. My
Dangers
purchase.
of this right here. So sold April 22nd. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
9.4. Never labeled. See if I can punch this up. I don't know if I can. Anyways, it's a newsie. 9.4 newsie.
Oh.
Didn't label it a newsie or anything. So
Wow.
came out just 149 even. Somebody took it as a buy it now for 149.
That's why you got to look. You got to look for that barcode.
Yeah.
Can you put this up? I want to see if
we got JJ's screen up.
All right. Well, just put me in. Just overlay me.
It's a big book.
And then
Man.
I got to get rid of that screen.
There it is. Right
What's
there.
it do? He already said it was. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
All right.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Somebody got to steal.
Somebody scored that.
There you
Yes,
go.
it did.
I scored that. No. Yeah, there it is.
All right. I see some
Corner.
red.
Yeah, there it is.
You can
That's
still
a
sell
little
it though.
dark
You
horse
can
rub
still
on
sell
that.
it.
Little blunting on that
A
corner.
little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Everything else is pressable. Not bad though. Not bad.
How does
4.
the front of that bottom corner look? Like from the front side. From the
Yeah,
back,
good.
I can see a little dinged up, little dented.
Yeah.
You'll see a little bit of a fray.
Nothing terrible.
80 by now.
Yeah.
80 by now. Best
Yeah.
offer.
Yeah. What's the raw on this? For $1.75. What's the raw
Oh,
on
where'd
this?
it go? I got to reshare
Oh.
this screen. There it is.
Who
That's what I
tapes
was looking
it?
for. 72?
72
Yep.
average.
72 average.
Yeah.
6.5. That's a gamble. That'd be tough to get a 6 on it.
It used to be better. This was 100 plus not that long ago.
Yeah, I would probably. I mean, I'm thinking like even at that, still, I could sell it as near mint. You could list it as near mint because it'll probably 4. You probably get 4. High is a 6. It's no 9.8.
It's about mid grade.
Yeah, I don't ever try to go for 9.6s, right? You try to go for 9.8, and if you fall to 9.6, you're okay.
You accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just kind of roll with it.
I probably
take
just
9.6s all day.
What's that?
I'll take 9.6s all day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So for personal books, yeah.
I mean,
this is-
I bought a 9.6 of this.
So is that to me, that's if you're looking mid grade, but a sell probably put it up at like just below the average, maybe like 70. See if you get an offer on it.
No, I would
go
put
above the average, and I feel off.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. It's still first.
No, it's not
game.
mid grade. It's not mid grade. You can not. What I'm saying 4 is like you can get a 9.4 out of that book with what it has on it. You can get a 9.4.
Oh.
So because that's the only thing it had was that little rub area right there. So with that being said, and it wasn't a ton of rub. It looked.
You said it was a 6.
Yeah.
No,
Kept
it meant it might get up to a 6 if you got lucky.
It meant 9.6.
Oh,
That's what he's saying.
I thought it was beat up. Like nobody.
Yeah,
There wasn't. There's so many. It was easily pressable except for that little bit of color push on the back end. And I've seen on back sides of it. I've seen if you get lucky. That's what I said. If you get lucky, CGC would give you. They're a hard sell, Jay. That's what I'm saying. A 9.6, and I don't shoot for 9.6s. You shoot for 9.8, and if you miss with a 9.6, you'll take it. Yeah. So I'd be trying to get a. Hopefully, I'd get a 9.4, rare case 9.6, more or less.
I mean, you're still even. Let's say you even bought in at this average price of 72, and it's a 9.6. You're still getting about $150 out of it after you grade it at least.
But and this is a rumor that's kind
of. You get that 9.6. If you get the 9.4 that he's saying, we're looking at one the newsies sold for 150.
Okay, well, let me ask you
because
let me ask you this: which one's more likely to show up in cinema or in any of the universes?
Darth Bane.
Bane.
They already mentioned that there's a multiple projects with Bane.
So they just and they just had him in the comic book. He showed up in the Star Wars book, talking with the High Republic.
Yeah,
he is the most likely next Darth.
That's why I probably just stashed this one.
I stashed it raw.
If you wait, you can probably sell it raw and get 150.
I agree. I think stashing it for raw is probably the best. Not slamming it.
There also there's a rumor with Darth Bane saying that the rule of 2 that they're going to take away that rule of 2 stuff and
Black Ops 9.8 is what 9.8 still holds the 9.8 is still. Black Ops, 9.8 is still what everybody wants.
Oh yeah,
It's not what everybody could afford though. They will settle for a 9.6.
Yeah. So about 4 years ago, you couldn't sell 9.6s. We actually just talked about this. We were like, man, it's so crazy we can sell 9.6s now. So Jay, it's harder, but like 4 years ago,
it was impossible.
I mean,
9.6.
It depends on the book though. It depends on the book.
Oh, not 4 years ago. It didn't. 9.6s for anything that was like modern. We're talking about like
you get like an Ultimate Fallout 4 9.6 for like $50.
Yeah, it was almost like
now look at the prices.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was way different. Nobody 9.6s. You were pretty much trying to get your money back, plus maybe double the book. You know what I mean? It wasn't. You were a lot of $50 slabs. So
shit.
Yeah, it's like you failed on a scratch off, so you
it was the opposite of this. It used to be like
ticket.
20-30% of what the book was. And if it was CBCS, you might as well throw that thing in the garbage.
Yeah.
Because
I look at it this way, you always want a 9.8, but you can still usually find a buyer at a 9.6. Just keep in mind how much money you're putting into the book.
Right. Agree.
All right. So did you make a final call on this
Yeah,
one?
I'm keeping it raw, and because it's
Dash.
a book and a prayer. You might get an on-site grading 9.6, but they don't do on-site grading anymore. So, I'm stashing it and waiting, and hopefully we get some Bane news, and then I'm going to sell it raw.
All
All
right.
right,
Then.
JJ, what are you doing? Hold on, we're not done yet. JJ, what are you doing?
Oh,
So
Sell. What are
as
you
far
doing?
as this
Dom?
one, I would probably sell it. I'd probably list it and see
I
what
would
it gets.
actually hold on to it, stash it, because, like I said, anything that's going to pop up.
Yeah,
That's
Bane's
incoming.
Bane's the most closely dart to come out. Okay, Lopez, what are you doing?
he's gonna sell it.
Yes. No, I'd keep this book. I have this book. I bought this book in 9.6. So
Yeah,
if I found it, I'd keep it.
But if you had Marco's copy, if that was your copy.
If I had Marco's copy,
yes, that's the
I
point
think
of
I
this
would
game.
hold,
It's
man.
his
I think I
copy.
would.
What are you doing with
I
that
would
one?
hold.
he'd hold
would
with my
hold.
copy.
There
Yeah,
you go.
the name of the game is the copy you see. So the copy I had.
Yes,
Okay, Pete, what
I
are you
would hold.
doing?
Like I said, I'm stashing it because
Jedi, what are you
can
doing?
probably do a raw when it hits.
Yeah, I'm stashing this one.
Yeah, I mean, it was a way different world back in the day. Old school.
Prices are soft right now. They'll bounce back.
Oh yeah.
No, I
No
think he's
rumors,
talking about
no
like where it's
again.
like you didn't have to worry about 9.6s and 9.8s and who slab stuff.
Yeah,
We were only slabbing
a little bit
silver.
easier back then.
Yep.
All
All
right, you
right.
got
Next
that Dynamic Forces copy to contend with.
Ooh, yeah.
Lots of foil.
Oh yeah,
That's another.
yeah,
That's a whole
Big
nother.
Daddy.
But hey, those DFs and 9.8s are hard as shit to get.
Yeah.
I actually thought about doing that, but I didn't know if any of us had one. To use or
And
anything.
there's newsstand in that, right? As well. Isn't there?
There's there's a stand in this.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we just got that somebody stole it for
Oh no, this
150
one,
and a
yeah, the
9.4.
regular.
Oh yeah. All right.
Not of the
Next
Dynamic
up, we're
Forces.
gonna do a little
no.
extra. So we're doing a little
Oh.
extra. Black Ops, Black Oops, sorry. Great to have you, Black Oops. We appreciate you showing up, my man. Thanks for being in the chat. All right. Stash, slab, sell. We have a disclaimer. The disclaimer is we are collectors too on this show. Even though I sell even more lower than that. Pete sells a little bit. JJ every once in a
occasionally, I
while.
remember.
Lopez obviously sells. We also all collect.
Yeah.
For the collectors, if you're
Mhm.
looking to be a complete collector for some of these characters, including Bane, JJ, give us the more you know.
For the completionists out there. Now, Bane is an interesting character in that he is one of the few characters that didn't show up in a movie or anything like that before he's in Star Wars. So, as we all know, Star Wars is not a comic first entity normally. Bane's actually one of those unusual ones where it's, believe it or not, his first is in a magazine. Okay. Marco's favorite subject. So, Star Wars Gamer magazine.
Technically, he's the first of the game, right?
Do what?
The first is technically in the game.
Right.
No, this is just a short story featured in this magazine
before the game came out.
I thought he was on. I thought he was on KOTOR.
No,
Bane was never in KOTOR. No.
The more you know.
This is the game.
So
the problem I have with this is because then it starts going into gamer guides, not even after game.
Well, this is just a magazine, so it's a short. Here, I can flip it up and open it. But anyways, I always think it's interesting just because of the sheer fact that it's the first published image of him, the first anything he was in. This is the first thing. It's literally his first appearance in Star Wars was in this magazine.
So instead of a movie or something else.
That's why there's no pricing information.
It's
purely informative knowledge. You don't have to collect it. You don't want to collect it. If you're a huge Bane guy, the thing that I always find interesting is that's actually his image right there.
Yeah, that is.
That was the drawing they used for Darth Bane. He's actually depicted as having boils and sores and everything all over him. But the short story was, it's actually kind of a good short story, really. But it's about how Bane, grew to kind of hate the way the Sith worked. So you can find it.
And that's what they built all three novels and the comic series Jedi off of this short story. By the way.
The novel's really good.
Let me know when you're ready to show yours, JJ.
Yeah.
I don't. Are we showing? Do we need to show?
He's got it.
We don't need to. I mean, there's the image, but I was going to show you the story if I could find it.
With that being said, the reason why Marco doesn't like getting into this is because we start doing publications. There's a lot of characters that started off in tabletop guides, and they do actually have drawing pictures of them or cartoonish pictures of them. So we can start doing all that too. But as far as this goes, yep, that's him.
It's a literally short story.
Yep.
I think it's 8 pages.
It's cool. And he's not the only Dart that this happens to. This actually does happen to some other minor Darts later on for introductions.
Usually you'll see it a lot in Insider.
Yep.
you'll see like a short story in Insider and then like a novel about him, which is how this was. Only instead of Insider, it was in Star Wars Gamer magazine.
By the way, I bought these gamers. I was buying the whole lots of gamers, and it's like 50 books. Is it 50? There's a decent. It comes with because you could buy them with this and with the old Bronson guides. They're always together, and we'll sell them in lots for like $10.
Yeah. These were actually there's only 10 issues of this magazine. I think were made. I think 10 or 11. I can't remember, but yeah.
Does these have the back covers too on it? If I got to go through that box and see.
No, the back cover on this one's an ad.
Yeah.
There were some really good covers though for the series.
Yeah.
Really good art on the cover.
Why are they all covering their faces in that ad?
It's for
measured eyeballs.
Oh, it's for Tenchi Muyo, so it's an anime.
I mean, look for those under tables or in like the little junk boxes that they have them. You can always pick up a whole lot of these.
I mean, they got Star Wars artists to do. I don't know if you can see this. This is a depiction of a different story, but
I'm gonna go hunt this. Go hunt it down.
So, I mean, they're good art stuff if you ever pick them up. But they're good to pick up cheap. If you ever see them in a magazine or a lot on eBay or something, good to pick up cheap. But don't rush out and spend like money on this.
Oh yeah,
not that type of thing.
So these, what was the other? It was a Galaxy. Didn't they have something called I always remember these come in lots with a bunch of stuff.
Had the Galaxy magazine.
The Galaxy magazine, this and the Broners. You'll always see lots of these things.
So the Galaxy magazine actually had comics. It published Dark Horse comics in it.
Yep.
You had a Campbell cover on that one.
Yeah, it's really cool. So always look for those guys. That's the more you know. We're not saying this is a first appearance in comics. We're not saying true for what this is.
Yeah.
The more you know.
This is just the original story.
The more you know.
The Rubens.
If you want the original Darth Bane story,
do a YouTube IG video. First full appearance. No, listen.
No.
It's.
I want it for the cover.
It's a cool collection.
Yeah, it is a cool cover.
Next one I get, I'll send to you.
C-3PO carrying a blaster rifle, and I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for the Star Wars covering it up,
I have this.
He's giving the bird to somebody.
He's giving a bird to somebody.
I got 2 or 3 of these. What do you?
How many? Really?
Yeah. I'll take one out.
I wish I had one. Wow.
You can actually buy these in lots too.
We're not doing Slab sell anymore. You want to know why? Because it turns into grab all the shit Marco has and mail it out to people. So we're not doing the segment anymore. We're not
Marco
doing
can't
it
even mail me the package because I keep wanting him to add stuff to it.
I know, dude. Like,
I'll trade your tag and beak for it.
No, I already got a couple of them. I don't need that. I just want your love.
Hope everybody just enjoys the extra info on that one.
Cool info.
Yeah.
Thank you for filling us in.
I'm gonna have
that.
to do
Really
the more you know
JJ.
intro for that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the list.
Good, Black. That's what we want you to do. Tell us what you find too. Make sure you're tagging.
Go hunt, baby. Go hunt.
If you find
he
strange crap
told
out
me
there like that,
I got to do this. I got to do a clap hand, some fire, and a heart, and that means I saw your post. So I'm trying to do that more often. Make sure you're tagging us when you're out there hunting. You're getting these books, man. We like to hear it, dude.
Absolutely. I love seeing what people find.
It did.
Yes. And
There
sell
you
it.
go, Tool Arm Comics. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
there's a lot of Star Wars out there over the history of everything, published across all different kinds of things and toys. I mean, if you can find cool stuff,
I'll be honest.
you can find cool stuff.
It sounds stupid, but I'm going after those stupid ass tabletop, like the little ones that have the stories in them.
Yeah.
I thought you were going after the sticker books.
I go after those too.
I buy the Star Wars Kids, the old Star Wars Kids magazines. I buy those. Those are like made for like 5-year-olds.
Oh boy, now what's he getting?
Where's this thing that I got? This thing I just pulled the other day. I love this damn thing. I got another one of these.
Now we got him on a tangent.
Yeah, you gotta understand. It's like I'm talking to my mom and she put the phone down.
I can still talk.
Oh boy.
So I got this now. These little mask things that you do the little mask, like they got the mask in it.
Hold on, I got you. We're gonna go show it again. I'm making it.
OE from Guy Davis. Dude,
Let me see the masks.
Yeah, put the mask thing back up.
Put the mask back up. Was that from back in our day?
Put the mask thing back up.
I know a lot with those gamer magazines and everything else.
Show the mask thing.
Just comes in like crap lots on the ground.
Mask, dude.
Go out there, Dick.
Oh, he doesn't have his headphones on. He can't hear it.
Oh,
What are we saying? The mask book.
Oh, you don't have your headphones.
put the mask book. Put the mask.
They want to see the mask book.
I see the mask. I bought
Is
this
that
one.
back from our childhood?
Well, just because you flash it real fast, let people get a
You get like the masks in them. I bought this for I think it was like $3.
But what year was that from?
Yeah, it's the kid one. It's from Return of the Jedi.
You know, I have something. Let's see if I can-
I think I had, dude.
1983.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked instantly
There's a
familiar.
couple of them that aren't out. I bought this in Dayton. When was
Little
that?
higher.
Like, you know? Some of these aren't in. Like the Ewok isn't.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're in.
You
put
got a 3PO for Jedi down there?
I've got a Gamorrean guard. I've got Wango.
Hey, Bit Fortuna.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
You think anyone collects Bib Fortuna? You think
Here,
someone
hey,
like that?
C3.
Somebody has to.
Hey, here he is. Here you go, Jedi. I'll mail it to you with everything else. I'll mail it to you.
Yeah, I need that.
I can't. It's incomplete. It's non-complete anymore. But yeah, I mean, I pick up all this shit. Like it's weird.
Nothing wrong
These
with
are
that.
cool.
I like
You get
that.
all mad 'cause you're like checking out some of the prices and some of this stuff that they used to have, and you're like, damn, could have gotten
The promotional stuff.
All right. As
next up,
JJ would,
I see Darth Maul mask on Marco's. I do. That's actually that Darth Maul mask is the first version of Rudy's Darth Maul mask. That one is back there, and this is the Clone Wars roll down poster, the ad poster for the movie theaters that they had for the rollout. Yeah, this room's got some stuff in it. Oh, and this Jason Moore. Ooh, look at that. Ooh,
oh, that's
nice.
good.
That's awesome.
That's nice. Thank you, Jason Moore. Good to see you, buddy. All right. What else do we got?
We got a rank.
Okay, let's rank it.
Here we go.
We've got a rank.
Yes. I have to get some coffee.
Marco,
for
you
this
were in
one.
charge of picking who we want to do first.
Thank you, Black Ops.
Yeah, you're in charge of picking the characters that we're gonna go down the list.
Oh, sorry, I'm reading. And make sure you turn into Wednesday. The boys have seen what I picked up. I picked up something else, really inexpensive, and the boys have seen it. In the Wednesday show, we're gonna break that out a little
Did
toy.
I see it?
Yeah, the unpunched.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's not a Star Wars toy, so we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll do one.
Okay. We are ranking Darths. Mainly, most of these are canon Darths. They are non-KOTOR Darths because we will be doing, just like we did with the High Republic, we'll be having a 3 to 4 part series coming out on KOTOR. So we need our top 10 list for KOTORs. And then, okay, so our first Darth,
They're not
besides
in any
Darth,
sort of order. They just kind of uploaded randomly, but they're all the names are there.
all right, here it is. The first Darth is the Needle Mover.
That's right. Ruben.
All right, let's go
Just
with
a
Maul. Everybody likes Maul.
Ooh.
I thought Maul was okay. I liked Maul when he first came out. Then when they did the solo, I was like, yeah. But then they did the Obi-Wan in the desert. Oh my god!
The fight in the mind.
I know, but also the Clone Wars when he came back.
Yeah, Clone Wars. I liked it in Clone Wars, but then they did the solo thing where I thought it was kind of corny that what's his name? Opie put it in there because that was his kid's favorite character. And I mean, I know they flushed out that story later on, but it didn't make a lot of sense at that point. But then they did it. Then they finished off the Rebels series.
Yeah.
And I thought it was weird when he first showed up in Rebels, but then when they did the desert, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen that, the fight between him and Obi, when Obi actually finally does kill him.
The
was
episode
amazing.
Twin Sons, which was really a masterpiece.
Yeah. Great episode.
So where are we putting Darth? I have a feeling we're going to have a little bit of rolling around. Paul, what's going on, man? What's going on, my man?
Well,
Honestly, didn't think about this too much.
Well, listen,
I-
as much as he's a great character, he's in the top 5.
ooh.
Definitely.
Ride or die with
Oof.
tough. Black Oop's
Ooh.
got it at 9. Ooh, 3.
9.
8.
9.
Five.
I'm probably with Dom. I'm probably in a 5, right now.
Ooh.
Things might need to shift and move because,
Yeah.
I didn't pre-think this out.
I got him at 6.
I always
Six is
Outside
fair.
the top 5.
the only problem I have with him is he's technically he's an iffy apprentice, right? Because he was before Dooku, but at the same point, he was always just a vessel to get to
Also,
Dooku. To get to
A
Anakin.
tool.
I feel like he also gets worked a lot in a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, he loses all the time.
Ahsoka. I mean,
How many he's been killed? What 3 times and
Yeah.
lost to Ahsoka and Palpatine and Obi-Wan and
Right.
Obi-Wan twice.
But
And
he
But he
4
sells
5.
action figures because he looks cool.
and he took
Yeah.
out Qui-Gon though. That's why I got him.
that's true.
Yeah, 4 or 5. That's where we put him. 4 or 5. That's where everybody
I
in the
was
chat
5.
got him.
I'll say 5.
5. Oh.
See, I'm kind of tempted. I'm not
Okay,
going
we
to
didn't
do
get
it.
anybody else in here. We can move them
Good
once
Jedi.
we get the other
Good
characters.
Jedi. Wait, hold on. Jedi's going. Let him go.
Okay.
Voice of
I would
reason.
say I don't know who's on the list. I'm tempted to go back in our chat and look, but I don't. I kind of don't want to because I
Don't
want to
look.
play this
Yeah,
game.
that's what I mean. Go off your gut.
But, dude, I had him at a 2. He's like, I mean,
Two.
I don't know who else is on the list. I know one other person that's got to be on the list. I know one other person got to be on the list, but when you look at fan favorite, he was really great in a lot of those Rebels and Clone Wars.
Fair.
His toys sell.
His toys sell. He's highly collectible.
Fair.
That's why I'm putting him at a 2. I can only think of one other
right.
donor that
But
probably
that's-
is more
Okay, I
popular.
think we got to put him at 5. I think we or 4. I think perennial job. Yeah, he really was a perennial jobber. Yeah, but he does get people over. I mean, he gets people
That's
over.
fine.
Good at working over
The
non.
list is going to have to shift. It's going to probably move around.
It has to.
I'm ready for this.
I just smiled at Jedi.
I'm with Pete.
Change
I'm
it to
with Pete.
3. We're not changing it to 3. Jedi does make good points, and people are agreeing, but we're not
but
agreeing with the 2. We're putting him because we know what's going to happen. We're trying to make Pete not do work here.
I don't want to do too much work, guys.
But then all of a sudden we got to go. Let's go the other route. Let's go with somebody maybe some people don't know about. Kind of a cool character, Darth Zana.
Okay.
I mean, when you talk about it, dual lightsabers. When you talk about people who came up with them, she got it. She originally the guy that was supposed to be a Darth user and her best friend, she backstabbed him to get with Darth Bane and become Darth Bane's first apprentice. She was the first Rule of 2 apprentice.
Yes.
But did you see her
Well
walking
said.
around the con today at the ICP? Yeah.
Maybe, dude.
Hey,
I got
That's
some
how the
videos.
cosplaying is the crow.
I got some videos later on, and I very may well have seen her there. To be honest,
That's what I'm saying. There you go.
I don't think she gets above Maul though.
No.
No,
I think she's
God, no.
7, right? We're talking 7.
got-
right?
This is one of those things that's like
7.
it's,
I agree with 7. I got it.
it's,
If I
it's
may, I
probably
got it at
6 or
7.
7, but it's so hard to tell because it's one of those things where you have like so much material in Maul and you have so few material with her. It's like
3 novels.
yeah, it could probably be just as good of a character as Maul, if not better, but we don't know.
But
don't
no,
probably
you've
never
got,
will.
you've got 3 novels. You've got 5-part, 5-part comic series, 5 or 6, 6-part comic book series.
I don't know. Was she even in all 3 novels?
She was, yeah, because she kills Bane. And then you have in the Plagueis novel. She's in the
Yes.
Plagueis novel too.
Tell her. Yes.
They bring her up in the Plagueis novel. She's in. You love those magazines. She's in.
I know.
about
I mean,
4 or 5
she's in a lot of
pages.
stuff, but compared to Maul, she's not in a lot of stuff. Is my
Yeah,
point.
she's
She's
A casual Star Wars fan, then I can know. Like,
cartoons. Where was Maul?
you know-
I mean, they did the 2 series on him in comics, but before they did Rebels and before they finished off Clone Wars, he was kind of half empty, right? Because
Well, he was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was
Can I
dead.
give a little nugget, little nugget of information
ahead.
on
I
her?
don't have control. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, alleged. Well, in the Plagueis novel, Plagueis gets mad at Sidious, right? So he says that Zana was the only. Well, Zana was able to infiltrate the Jedi Temple. That she was able to walk through the Jedi Temple without them knowing she was a Sith. And supposedly she was mentioned in what Clone Wars final episode, 13.
that's what
I don't
you
know
said.
about
I don't
That's what
know,
you
man.
said. I don't know though.
I can't
Yeah.
verify that.
Season
off,
6.
man.
Season 6, episode 13.
Oh my! I did not get a Juggalo. No, sorry, BK. All right. I mean, I like her. I think everybody says in the chat 17. We'll talk more about Juggalo Con or on TAC.
On Wednesday.
I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't even know who this is, and
I said 8.
James in the chat put something up there that I agree with. She looks like a cosplayer who couldn't make up her mind if she wanted to be the Crow or Darth Maul.
or
She just
Zartan's sister.
Zartan's sister.
All right. Put her at 8 then.
I got her-
I defer to everyone else because I have no
A
idea.
lot of people have her at 7. I think
Yeah, a lot of people have it at 7. I just personally was at 8, but
so we might already start. We might already start and look at why Maul might not peter out in the top 4, and that's because I'm going to put a big boy up next. I'm gonna put up the OG. Vader.
Ooh.
I mean, this should be easy.
Number 4. Number
What?
4.
Get
Yeah.
out of here!
Yeah.
Mute his mic. He's banned from the show.
Number 4.
No wonder he's not showing his face. Are you
Number 4.
You can't
Number
say
4.
that seriously at all.
we the ones.
One.
Number 4.
One.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome to my world, Darth. You ain't getting 4.
Number 4. Number 4. First of all, he's cinematically probably my favorite villain.
You just said 4. No, get out of here. 1, 2, 1.
He was weak. In the end, he was weak. So
he wasn't weak.
Yeah, he was.
He killed a bunch of Padawans. How's that weak?
Yeah, well, that was. I mean,
they were kids.
That was when he was put in the suit.
I'm overlooking that. You're
that's not a strong point.
That was holding me back a little bit.
Darth, you've left the chat, and now the chat's turning on you, sir. They are turning on you. It's all
fine. I got him at 4. I got him at 4, and I don't think I have the time to explain why I would have him at 4. But I got him at 4.
You know what you need to do? There's a show that we have on. There's another Darth named Darth Robinson.
Ruben. He should have been. First of all,
you and him should have Jedi Monitor or something, and you can do 2 ferns. He says it's 1, 2. Wait, not 2 ferns. It's 2 fours.
Darth Ram Rugensan said 1. So
I know.
Well, first of all,
why they should be on there. They should have a debate between 1 and 4.
Ruben should have made the list. An honorable mention. So Marco didn't let me.
Strongest Vader. The only reason we like Sith is because of Vader. Put him at 1. If we have to move him, we will. But he's 1.
Okay.
I'm fine with doing that for now because again, he was my 1.
He's 1. Plus his voice. All right.
Giving him 1 because of James Earl Jones.
I have given
and that line and
bump for less.
The father line is one of the best lines any Sith has ever used before.
But don't forget, he was Annie before he was Darth Vader.
Yeah, I mean he was a badass, bro. But
he was also Annie.
I quote him every day.
Yeah, I mean, like he's ruthless. He's what a Sith should be.
All right. Hey, if you want to open that door, you want me to tear down the rest of our Darths, we can do that. We can play it that way. We want to play it that way.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So since we went with somebody who's so high, we're gonna probably go, which I think is I actually like this Darth is a legend Darth. I actually like this Darth as a legend Darth. When it was suggested by JJ, I said absolutely throw him in there. Some of you are not going to know him. Darth Caedus, who is Jason Solo.
Yeah, go ahead. Make your pitch now before we put him at 10.
I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Because if they would have done this instead of Kylo Ren, those movies would have been hits.
But they did.
They would have been hits.
I mishear you. Did you say he's Jason Momoa? What did I say?
Solo.
Oh.
He's Ben Solo, but not Ben Solo.
In Legends, he's Han and Leia's son.
Legends,
his son, his oldest son, who became a
He ends
Darth.
up killing Mary Jane. He ends up. What does he do with his sister? Something happens with his sister.
No, his sister.
He's essentially Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
more or less.
A better version.
Yeah,
of Kylo Ren
or Mulder. Apparently, I see it now.
Got him at 9.
I see David Duchovny in that.
Yeah,
I can't remember everybody's on this list, so I'm with Lopez. I'm going with 9 too. Keep it safe.
Just save us all time. Just put him at 10.
I think he's probably going to go 10. I look at the list, he's probably going to 10.
You can almost flip-flop him and Xana, maybe.
Hey, if you guys honestly,
Xana, dude, don't sleep on that power set. I wish it was canon because that's important because maybe other Sith learn how to mask themselves from the Jedi. But that's why I had that.
Dude, you are in the train of Dom. You took the smallest nugget of one thing, and you now are expanding on it.
Yeah.
Put it up.
Darth Sidious, the master of
rule of 2.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Go ahead, Dom. Go ahead.
I'm saying Darth Sidious. Nobody knew that he was around. They sensed, but the Jedi's had no clue.
She is. Yeah, she was. Well, we don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
We're not doing Xana now. We passed Xana.
Yeah, correct.
Move to the next.
Rabbit hole.
Move along. Okay. All right.
Move along.
Who is lower? I don't know if there's going to be anybody lower.
There isn't.
But I will tell you this: if you want good reads, go back and pick up some of the legacy stuff on him. It's actually really good. Well, kind of. The Sith are high. Either way, it's good reads. In my opinion. So we like her because she's Jedi and Hughes Brewer and the 0.5 cover. Yep. Literally, I bet you if you try to get those graded, you better pre-screen them because there's going to be unidentified substances all over.
Whoa!
Oh, you heard that?
Oh, yeah. Look, it's you guys, not me. I think it's just an alien being, but apparently
5.
It's us guys just saying it.
So we got Talon, who is Crate's apprentice. She tries to turn on Crate, doesn't she? Or he wants her to turn on her.
They're Sith. Remember. They all turn on each other.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Seven, now coming to the main stage. There we go.
She had Kincaid Skywalker as an apprentice for the time being, for a little bit.
Well,
I had her at 8 just because she's attractive. That's about it.
Man, 8.
Yeah.
The bikini
one. That's how attractive
you don't know.
she is.
I mean,
I'll be honest with you. Her character arc is not that good. Like Xana's character arc's better than hers, and arguably Jason Solo's might be too.
She's just hot, dude. There's really, I mean,
she's not hot. She's not a real thing. She's literally not a real thing.
None of them
she's drawn attractive.
Let's make that
like an 8 or 9.
I think
she's 9. I think she's 9, but the chat, like,
that's fine. Who cares?
Chat, like, drawn boobies, so we're getting 6s and 7s.
Yeah, we got a 10.
They're literally calling her stripper, Darth Stripper at this point. This is what they're doing.
Nothing wrong with that.
She has elbow. You're about to go into timeout with my man Zaggy. Okay.
I think 9 is fair. The one thing I have against Cadius was always the fact that like it's that kind of that legacy of like Skywalker still.
Yeah, Skywalker legacy.
It's like, do we really need more of that going forward? Like,
so. All right, do this. How about this? Is this fair? We move her into 9. We move Solo into 10.
There you go.
So you're putting her below Xana. You guys are sure with this? You've cleared it with.
Yes, we're clearing it.
I don't know. I mean, the chat's got it up there.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
like
she's 8 and Xana's 9.
I see a lot of
they're saying that, but they're also calling her stripper Darth at that point.
It doesn't matter.
Darth stripper.
It's what they're ranking her.
It's what they're ranking. You can't discount their reasonings.
Right. No. See, we're getting the preach on. We're getting people are turning on.
Now we're getting to a whole nother thing.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, she's bottom 3
I agree
for
with
sure.
me.
You got to shake that moneymaker.
As many as there is, there's about as many that are saying that we should move her down.
Look, the only thing, all right, she was based on the whole legacy storyline. She had, you could put her on 7. 7's good. 7's good.
7? Wow. No way, dude. Come on.
Well, come on, dude. There's no way.
The chat has spoken. The chat has spoken. Like Pete says, we can move her down. We have to.
I don't know.
Like, I know what you're saying, but
So wait, if she's 7, why did you just move Cadius out of spite?
Why'd you move Solo down?
Because you told me to. You're trying to make an argument to move her to 9.
Well, you've seen more of Darth Talon.
Okay, stop.
Where?
If anybody can give me one reason besides she's a stripper that she should be at 7, I'll let it stand. But if your argument is she's a stripper, she isn't. No,
listen,
so we're not ranking her at 7 because of that.
I think her story arc may not be as good as Zarana. But Zarana. That's
I get it because it's Artana.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yo, Joe.
But I think that she had more play in the legacy storyline that went on for so many issues.
Well, that aside, I'll say it's plainly as this. I haven't read all of the novels, so I didn't read the novel that had Xana in them. So to me, I just seen Reign at the end of Jedi vs. Sith 6. And that's
like we're arguing
all I know of Xana.
I kind of feel like if we're arguing, like, is one ham sandwich better than another ham sandwich?
Yeah.
Tomato.
Well, it depends on what ham sandwich it is. If it's boar's head or it's.
Well, let's just leave it like this for now. And then
boar's head is delicious.
All right,
Moving on.
I think the chat was starting to move it, but that's all right. Okay, we'll go on. We have to get going. All right.
You can keep saying the chat started to move it, but
okay, no. Even Sticks was going. She's a 6, but 9. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Okay, we got jokes. All right.
She's a 6, but a New York 7.
She doesn't get a stripper bump. Nobody
She
gave
can't, just because she's hot, she can't be 7, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's what it's saying. Come on, man.
All right, Chad has spoken though.
Yeah, the panel gets to speak too, though. Dooku.
Ooh, I
Where we
like
got
Eh.
this.
3.
3?
9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who said 9?
Me.
Pete?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't like
Wow.
Saruman. Saruman was just
Wow,
not an intimidating villain. Oh,
I like
okay.
Saruman.
He was
Okay,
in
so-
charge
'cause-
of all
'cause
the
Pete-
bug guys. Great. The bug guys and droids. Okay, he can barely move, but all right, let's have
All
a
right,
lightsaber
okay.
fight with a little Yoda.
I like it.
Oh, God.
I got him
No.
at 5. I got him
I
at
love
5,
Christopher
Pete.
Lee.
No,
Don't
I
get me
like
wrong.
when he cringed. I like when he cringed when Jango Fett lost
I
his
didn't read
head.
the novel yet.
Then he lost his head.
There's not much on it. Thank you, Black. I mean, we'll go back to her later. She's
I
good.
think he's
got him
6
at
or
5.
7.
6.
The reason I don't like him is he never made it out of apprentice status.
Yeah.
Really, in reality.
I think it's 5.
Well, at least Maul came back and had the feud in the
Yeah, I mean,
desert.
Maul continued on at least.
Maul would have been below him, but Maul came back into Rebels. Dooku's the poor man's Tarkin, right?
Didn't they call him
Yeah,
that
but
in
Dooku
episode
was the
2?
one that led the whole the template to the for the army.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a wartime Sith.
Sure, he's still 6, dude. No matter what you
Wartime
say.
Sith.
6 is 5. 6 is 5. I mean, shit, I got him at 5.
He didn't have to do anything. He just did what Sidious
I
told
mean,
him to do.
He
Yeah.
fought.
Trouble.
You don't know
Hey,
that. He might have reprogrammed all those droids.
Hey, he
Who-
hey,
who,
Problems.
he and Cannon. He fought.
We'll call you
Maul,
a separatist.
What's that?
I had him at 3. I mean, who beat him?
What?
Didn't he? Anakin
Yeah.
beat him. Who else
Right.
beat him? Who else beat him?
Nobody.
He was a
He
very
manhandled Obi-Wan.
Well, he
twice.
was
If it wasn't for
skilled.
Yoda, if it wasn't for
Yeah,
Yoda,
Yoda would have had him if he didn't
That's
try to
because
grab him.
right. But before, but hold on.
Mace
But
Windu decapitated his ass.
okay, fine. Hold on. Before that, he manhandled a young Anakin. That's fine, and a
And both.
mature already
And Obi-Wan.
master Obi-Wan. I mean, right? So
Obi-Wan's
he-
done well for
twice.
his sword fighting.
twice he manhandled Obi-Wan, just force pushed him out of the
Vader-
way.
If you've
Vader- He's not
read
exactly
Jedi
known for
Lost,
his
right?
lightsaber. What?
If you've read, I mean, I know you have Jedi Lost. He's probably one of the most skilled lightsaber
He is.
duelists in the
Correct.
That's the
ever.
thing. I
He
didn't
is.
read that book.
Remember that he never took on Mace Windu. He could be beat by Yoda, and really,
But so was what was
Anakin
his name? So was Cyril Dalig or whatever his name was. And he
Yeah.
got killed in like 2 strokes by Anakin. So.
Yeah, and
Anakin's number 1.
Yeah,
debatable.
Anakin also kind of punked him out in the Clone Wars cartoon.
hey,
Dude,
you ain't
just
lying.
leave him down.
You're-
I'm not trying to put him above Anakin. I'm saying I just
I
have
think
to-
Dark Sidious is number
I
1.
think 5 or
we gotta
6 is
go.
appropriate.
Nah, those four- come on.
I'm not doing this. I don't get. You guys did booby big strippers and put her in 7 because of chat. We're putting
Hey,
Dooku
I kept my mouth shut during all that. When everybody else was talking
Right.
booby, when everyone else was talking booby McStrippers, I kept my mouth shut. I had
That's right.
something really cool to say,
It was
but
a
I was
bad joke.
afraid Pete would get demonetized, so I didn't say it.
I know that.
Hey,
Silver
he
piece.
was on the
Okay.
front line, man. He was on the front
What are
line
we
in the
doing?
war.
5
dude.
or 6 with them. We got to move on from Dooku. What are we doing?
Okay.
5
Come
or
on,
6?
at least 5. Come on.
Hey, put him at 5 for
I got
right
him
now.
at
He's
5. Yes,
going down to 6 in a little bit.
that's
There's
fine.
no way. He's,
They're all moving down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
even
right,
Vader. Even Vader moves down.
No.
Sidious. Speaking of it,
1.
Oh,
Sidious has to be 1. He manipulated Darth Vader over and over again. Come
oh,
on.
Darth Vader broke him and
Huge.
threw him down the tunnel and actually killed
Yeah,
him.
but then he came back.
a
He didn't
weekend.
come back.
They were
It's
both
bull-
old. They were
yeah,
both
J.J.
old.
no,
They
Abrams
were
was
both
going
old.
back.
Come on.
I
Those
got him
movies
at
don't-
3. I got him at 3.
I know, but no.
Got him
because
at
think
3.
about it. He was always the master behind everything. He manipulates Vader. Vader always kneels to him. He always had Vader's
when he picked him up,
Right.
and threw the suit.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's
He
that's
gave
why
the suit
Vader
to
ain't
Vader.
number
That's
1.
why. Yeah,
That's why
all of
Vader-
your
Vader
reasonings,
ain't number
Dom,
one.
is
Vader's
why
powers
he's
came
3.
down.
Do you remember he picked Vader? Vader picked him up.
All
and
right,
went,
but
They were
but
both
that's-
old.
Prior to
They
that,
were both old.
I think 2 is fair because, well, Eric just said it. 2 is fair because the guy at 1 killed him. To me, that's why
yeah,
2
he
is fair.
did. But
Nah, mine
before
too
he
is
got
cool.
killed by Vader and came back in the sequel trilogy,
I like.
which
I like
it is
3.
canon.
I like
Yeah, but then he was tied to a weird
Yeah, but he's
shared
still canon. He's
resurrection
Hey.
device thing.
I like 3 because I'm trying to give Pete work, and I swear to God, it's going to be work anyways. But I think 3 is a valuable place for it. But put him at 2 or 3.
3 is.
Well, I think he's
This
a
is where he
three.
should
You
be.
give
He
me a
should be
call,
one.
but I will
I'm
give
telling
me
you,
the option.
it's
Number
Dark Cities.
one.
He
He's
can't
not.
be 1. There's only 1. Well,
Yeah, there's one. It's Darth Vader.
no.
Zach, only do one.
Right.
He
Okay.
was the manipulator on everything. Vader was.
And, he,
Uh,
and somebody taught him that.
Except for when
Somebody taught
Calvin
him
and
everything
Vader
he knows.
without
Mostly
the shaft.
everything he knows.
Except for the whole
Possibly
turning
he's
his
the
son
father
against
of
him.
Jedi.
Except for turning his son, that never worked out, and ended up the whole plan got thrown over by throwing down a shaft. All right, put him at
And
two.
he got beat on later by his own granddaughter. So
Where do you
Yeah.
want him?
His master
We're gonna put him
foresaw
at
that
3
though.
right
But
now. We can move, but
We can move because guess what's coming up next?
ooh,
It's 2.
number
my
1,
2.
baby.
2.
Number
No,
1.
He can't be number 1
Yeah.
because he.
Yeah.
How better
Yeah.
than Vader?
Yeah, he implemented
3.
the plan. Number 1.
How better
I
than
would
Vader?
put him behind
Number
Sidious.
1.
he's
How
2.
better than
Sidious 2, then him 3.
I
Sidious?
got 1.
Sidious
one.
has to be up there with the top 2. Come on.
2,
Yeah,
1.
he's outside the top 2. Sid is barely outside the
Yeah,
top 2.
Sidious outside the top 2.
okay,
I mean-
so other than now, I know books aside, but other than that, like
Thank you, Eric Bischoff of Star Wars.
known mostly just for what the rule of 2, and then being like Samurai Darth Bane in
Eric
Clone Wars deleted scene.
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
Samurai Darth
3.
Bane. Rule
It's
2.
8.
Yep.
Yeah, ruler 2, dude. The Sith
by the
bomb.
way, so
He-
badass that at one point Xana tried to poison him, didn't work. He came
Yeah,
back, tried to
yeah.
kill her because he thought he was too weak, and then eventually got killed by her, and then said, "Thank you for killing me."
This will be the battle. This will be
sacrifice.
the battle. The 2-3 right here. This is
Dude, he
Yeah,
read the.
25.
You'll
but
never
someone-
ever hear me say read it now.
2.5.
One's here.
Does he
too.
get a -0.5 point for the Samurai Darth Bane appearance of when they changed him?
Wow, Mark V. What's up, Mark V, my man?
Yeah, that didn't help
What?
right there, JJ. But I mean, he still. I mean,
a
it
lot
was.
of 2s and a lot of 3s. This is the call.
Yes.
Yeah, we know
True.
one.
The comic
We
did
know
suck.
one.
He's got you there, Marco. The comic did suck. You said it.
Sucky though. It's
But
a
I'm
train.
rolling with Ruben.
2.
2.
Even D's giving him 2. Put him in 2.
Okay.
You're gonna make Dom.
Yeah,
Pettit
what do you
for
want? 2 or 3? Too bad. 2. Put him in 2.
2. Acceptable ranks, but it was
Jedi,
just
would you have a
plain.
problem with that? Jedi, are you going to overrule us?
What?
Are you going to overrule us on this? Because we put Boobies would be in 6.
I mean, I guess you give him 2 by reputation only because I deal in what's canon and what has he done in canon that I don't know. I don't know anything. this guy's done.
he had committed the rule of 2 a couple times in canon. He actually made the
Yeah.
cartoon already. He's made now.
I mean, I'm
Right.
not saying he's not
Hey,
canon. I know he is canon, but what have I seen him do?
He
in canon?
instigated the whole
He-
Sith to wipe themselves out with the Sith bomb.
There was that one. There was
So
that one
he
time he
wiped
tried
up-
to scare Yoda as a ghost.
Well,
He
there's
did
that.
try
Yeah,
to
right.
do it,
But
so-
still, he wiped out.
And voiced by
all
Mark
the
Hamill.
I'm okay with 2 because I know he has this reputation that everybody's crazy about, and that's cool. I respect that. So I'm
Well,
good
it's
with
not a
2.
reputation. It's the basis of the thing. Jedi, we're not going to say what you are. DS, always protect the nuggets. Wait a minute. How do you know that? Oh, I know who that is now. I get it.
It's
Fuck.
Prison Mike.
No, I know who it is. Somebody knows a story that happened at Astronomicon.
Okay.
Uh,
Anyway, move on to the next one. We got 2
everyone
left.
completely forgetting Sidious is Rise of Skywalker. Yes, I'm absolutely. That's a joke. Okay.
So who's next?
Next
You already
up.
put him at 2. So
Yes, yeah, we already moved him. Let's go. Done. Where are we putting play? See, this is where I'll argue that Plagueis is ranked lower because nobody really knows him.
Exactly.
Right.
This is where
Except
I won't
me.
argue that with Bane because there's a different. Bane actually does show up, and people like when you talk to people. I was walking around with somebody at the con, and she knew of Darth Bane, but Plagueis was a little bit out of her realm. So
well, we've still never seen much of Plagueis, really, right? Bane,
No.
we've actually seen
yeah,
a
we've
little
seen
bit and
Bane.
stuff.
We've seen him, yeah, in canon comics and in canon of the. Even though you didn't like the armor suit, we've still seen him. Plagueis is not that case.
No.
6 or
He's
7.
immediately hiding the big head.
I say put him
Yeah,
at 6 for right now. See who we got left.
Yeah.
We got 1 left.
Ooh.
I know Lopez
That's
is going to
so-
murder me for saying that.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. I mean, it was because here's the thing: it's not canon, so it's hard for me to defend them because how many people read that book? Right? I read it. I believe Marco read it. I don't know if anybody. Huh?
I read it. I mean, there was a lot of popularity around him when they thought that Snook looked a lot of like Snooky looked a lot.
Yeah. But it was still his plan. It was still his plan on how to wipe out the Jedi. It was everything was him. He taught Sidious.
Well, first off, weak ass Alps fucking killed him very easily. Unlike the other lords like Bane and
he had to get him drunk to put him to sleep. So it wasn't like he could they changed that in canon.
How did Plagueis the Wise see that he was going to be put to sleep?
Yeah, hey, well, he trained his apprentice well.
Here,
the apprentice did what he was supposed to do.
Roofie you. Like, come on, man. It was weak.
Hey,
I still would have put him at 5.
I would
have put him at 5, personally.
6. Yeah, maybe I'd put him at 5.
But of course, I've told you, I'm not a Dooku fan.
Yeah, I'm not a big Dooku fan either. He's pretty good. Pretty good book.
Yeah.
Way Secret.
I can put him at 5 too over
10. People got him at 10 though. They got him at 6. I think 6 is a solid place. 7, 6. A lot of 6s in the chat. Chat's saving you here. 5 and 6. Chat is saving Plagueis. Leave him 6. Next up.
Last one.
Oh, this shit's about to change.
Oh God, number 10.
Get out of here.
Nobody,
Nobody
cares.
You say that.
He actually did more than Plagueis.
Storyline.
No, yeah. Because Plagueis hasn't had his. He hasn't had his.
More than Plagueis.
He hasn't had his time. When he gets his time, we'll see. As of right now.
But some of these people, Titbags over here is at a 7, and you're telling me you're gonna put Crate at a 10? Crate has got a
no. I still would have had him above Talon.
Yeah, I have him above I have him at 6.
Talon's because she's attractive.
She's not.
Well,
she's
as
not
I said, he would have been my.
I would put
he would have been my 6.
Number 6.
You're adults talking about a car. Were you guys like Thelma? You guys still watch Scooby Doo and you're like, oh wow, that letter's really tight on what's her name?
If you want,
don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Yeah, Rogue is hot.
If you want my opinion, what we do is I put Crate probably at, reluctantly a little bit, maybe at 7, and then I just flip Talon down to 9.
I would put Crate at 6, move Talon down to 9, move Plagueis to 7.
You think Crate
at 6?
Why is Crate better than Plagueis?
Why? Because he has more story.
Yeah, I think.
Well, so what? It doesn't mean it's good story.
You're willing to put Bane. You're willing to put Bane higher.
Do you want to know why? I actually think it's better.
Yeah.
I think that Crate story is better. The whole thing about the dad, the whole thing about the black woman, which gets you the
that's Het's story though. It's not really Crate. Crate just got resurrected.
Oh, that's a great story because Plagueis' book, half of Plagueis' book is him turning into Darth Plagueis. It's part of the story of them converting to the dark side because that's what happens. After that, he gets trained because he doesn't get trained by a Jedi Force user that's positive because she's in between.
Yeah, but I still maintain. And then he becomes we'll go back to Dooku. Everything you guys tell me about Dooku's book is about the Lost 20, not anything particular about Dooku. It's about other things that his book introduced is more important than him himself.
No, I'm talking about Crate himself.
He was just a student.
Good point. That's a good point.
That's what I'm just saying. That's why I'm not a Dooku fan. So Dooku would be my 9 spot. Plagueis would be my 5. Crate would be my 6. And then everybody else can roll where they are.
Yeah. I said
Crate is all over the place, man.
It's hard because some of these, I mean, they're canon by name, right? I mean, Bane, Plagueis, and whoever else, right? But story-wise, in canon, it's not. I mean, you don't have nothing on Plagueis.
I don't know anything about Crawl yet.
Yeah.
You put up. We can put that. He looks like a combination of Killer Croc and Steven Seagal.
Did you get Paul to make that comment about Crawl?
No, but hey, I'm a believer in that second print.
You don't put a headliner talent at night. All right. So
what do we do?
Headliner on the stripper stage, maybe.
They're saying put him at 7 and shift down. Him at
the
8,
other 2.
7. Talon, move Talon to 9. Everybody's all over the place. Crate at 7.
I can't believe. Let me see.
Hey, Crate at 7.
Fine. I will give you that Xana might have a better story. Fine. I'll give you that.
Well, it's only half the chat that's saying that. The other half is saying put her at 8. Crate 6 or 7, so put him at 7. Even though I disagree with that.
I would flip Crate and put him at 6.
What was it, Vader?
I told you, I agree. Crate at 6, but not over Plagueis. It's just I'm bumping.
that's-
I think-
down.
We don't
We
know
see.
anything about Plagueis anymore because the book is non-canon now. We don't
Yeah,
know.
that's the
But
bummer.
Everything Crate is
has-
non-canon.
Even
Yeah.
though it's out
Yeah,
there,
everything Crate is not canon.
That's why it's
I
a hard
know,
list to
but
do.
we
It's a
have
hard
more
list to
story.
make because half of it isn't canon. It's like mentioned a novel
Yeah.
here, a novel there.
Look, we have more story. We have his origin, where he came from. You know, he was left in the desert to die, and the Vong came and put the nanos in his
Plagueis is
body,
the word.
and he lived
Right.
for 100 years. We
But-
know that. We've seen that.
You know that, but it's still not
No,
canon.
Plagueis is origin too.
Right. But look. If we went off story,
More than me, but it ain't canon, bro. I mean, it just ain't. I'm trying to help your argument out because I think he should be 6, but we're not helping it out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter ultimately.
I like the story better.
This
I
can't.
if we went on story, that book. Well, I don't know.
I think Dom's got a good point though. The story, once again, me and Dom are in the camp. The story of Crate is a lot better than the story of Plagueis currently.
Yeah,
Because you have
comics and a novel. I mean,
but you
Right.
have to
tough.
give him everything from Asherat head up because Plagueis, the one novel you have, is what was Plagueis' name before Darth Plagueis? Because he was the
Hugo
that
the
was-
Mask.
uh,
Hugo
huh?
the Mask.
Yeah,
Hugo
Mask.
the Mask. The
Yeah,
Mask holding.
that's half the book. That's
Right. No,
half-
Are you hating on Darth Plagueis because he was rich?
no.
Yeah. And he had to do it.
He was like the Bruce Wayne of
Just don't
Sith.
like the
Yes,
head.
he was, bro. He
That-
is.
your argument is we can't use Asherat's head and we can't use the nanobites from the Vaughn because they're not canon. But
It's like
Plagueis-
Bane.
That's not
The
my
Bane
argument.
book was the Darth Bane book was great. All three of them were great, but
Darth Bane's
mean,
dope. You can't. you're
yeah,
not-
dude, he was a powerhouse. I
Now
mean,
they look like it. Look at it. It looks like he's eating a slice of pizza.
Well, if you put the hood on Zartan, that's Darth Bane.
I mean, he wiped out the Sith. He wiped out his own people.
All right, just leave it. We'll never get
Yeah.
through this. Leave-
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one, dude. It's
Leave it
hard.
up.
But I
Still my
don't
number
got
9.
Vader at 1. I don't got Vader.
Vader at 1. Good
Come on
job,
now.
everybody. We kept Vader at 1. We kept Vader at 1. I think that's part of the. Oh, we don't have trivia this week because there's no trivia.
No, we do
Oh.
not.
We're gonna have another short week too.
That's
What
fine.
else?
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Do we have anything else? Anybody want to do pickups? Did anybody want to show anything off? Anybody want to say hi?
I got some good pictures.
Oh, yeah. Here I can show
Go ahead, do your pickup.
real quick. This is I don't know because everybody might not have seen it or maybe didn't get it, but if I can back up far enough, this is Star Wars Insider 210 subscriber cover. It came in the mail this week.
Oh,
Little Padme cover.
Yeah, Padme
Nice.
saving
I usually
herself.
get the PX covers, and I get them late.
Yep, subscriber cover.
Oh, it's a good list.
So
Thank you.
that means Jedi will get his in I don't know, like 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
3 weeks.
I think I want to really quickly. A good point, Paul. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Everybody that participated. It was a tough list. You made it a lot of fun. It was a good list.
Yeah, it's a tough
That
one.
was really cool, guys. So and girls, I really appreciate it. Great job. It is not all the Darths. No.
Oh,
No.
Ruben, I did forget. Yeah, we'll have to do
We
it.
didn't have nearly enough time to do all the Darths. That would have taken us
Oh,
8
do we
hours
have-
probably.
Yeah, we could have put on the. We should have put on the case.
I didn't edit it. I forgot I had it. I forgot he sent it to me. I didn't tweak it up, but I'll have it for next week.
Okay. We'll get it going. That is not all the Darths. No, Black, not by a shot. But we keep doing these lists every week in the top 10 list. So we'll add more. Like I said, we're going to do a series. We've had a lot of requests for nights. We want to do the series properly.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't
So-
have any nihilists in that list.
We did not. Okay, we're organizing that. Next up, Dom, what do you have?
Got a couple of slabs.
Slabbish slabs. Nice.
Slabs.
Yeah.
I ordered this, and
You keep on doing what I'm doing.
I forgot that I got this. It came the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
What'd you
No.
get? Tell the people at home what you have.
This is the High Republic. This is the Frankie Comics edition.
Yeah.
I ordered this a while ago when it first dropped and didn't even realize that's how long it took for the slab to come because the series is over.
Wait, that's the
Number one.
pre-ordered 9.8 of number
Yeah.
1?
Yeah, you just got it.
Wow.
You just got it?
I
That's
just
why I
got
don't
it.
like talking about it. I'm
It had
sorry,
to
I
be
didn't
graded.
mention that.
And I actually just got this one too. This is another one. I got Water Bounty Hunters.
All right.
Okay. Number 5, right? Yeah, number 5.
Yeah, but that's still War of the Bounty Hunters issue 5. That
I know.
kind
I
of
just got
ended.
it
Issue
just
1 of
came
High
out.
Republic.
So apparently they didn't have my address. They emailed
Yeah,
me.
sure they didn't.
So
All right.
I still got
They
it.
didn't have the thing that you have to put in with your credit card.
Yeah, they sure did bill you with that address, but they sure said you did not to get your books in time, did they?
Well, you know what? I don't care.
I
I
know
got it. And then I got this one.
What?
Well,
One more?
it's
Oh.
good that you
The
did
Mandalorian.
that,
20.
but
Yeah.
Which book came out? Those other books came out a year before that.
I'm telling you, yeah. A year
That's
ago,
what
I finally got it.
They're a little slow. A little slow
Listen,
there.
I forgot I even had it.
So that's not. Yeah. Okay.
It just shows up in the mail a year later.
There's a problem with the person. I think that.
I know. I know.
Anyway,
Stuff.
Dark Haven next week. Cool. Joe, Joe's about to enter in the timeout version of Zaggy and
that's not that bad. That's pretty good actually.
and Sticks almost got
Well,
the same.
no, what I
timeout.
mean is it's good. Is that you could put that on the screen and
you
it's
can
not
still put it.
bad.
You can still put it. Okay, I'll give it to him. There you go.
That's all I'm saying.
There
It's
you
a good
go.
way.
All right. I'm
that
going to
you
give
can make
the
a comment.
lowest
Yeah.
line.
She is hot.
Crossing the line.
You guys, how I don't understand that.
I don't get it.
I don't
I
get
don't
it.
get it. I need it explained to me. Rule of 2 what? I don't understand.
I don't
The
get
rule
it.
of 2. Oh,
She's a Twi'lek, guys.
yeah.
Oh, you mean
Mwah.
the tendrils?
Yeah.
Those two. Okay, I
Tendrils
get it
and-
now.
I was way off.
Not
I was-
anything
I
else
was-
that we could be talking about.
Ah.
Are you juggling grapefruits over there?
I'm
Pete?
just talking. I'm Italian. I gesture with my hands.
Hands a lot when it's talking.
That's amore.
You know, that
Tom knows
Scott-
what I'm talking about.
Balancing the scales.
Yeah.
All right,
Exactly.
I see
Okay,
what you did
stop.
there.
Stop.
You balanced
Anybody
it.
else have anything? What was that? Anybody?
She's hot.
did.
I think I'm good.
Good.
And like
All
that,
right.
we're demonetized.
We're fine.
Later. Make sure you guys are checking out the cool stuff. Make sure you're checking out the ghosts because apparently somebody's butt hurt that the needle got moved. Well, maybe if they actually put out real
Doesn't
content.
matter.
Watch
Needle
it.
moving.
Roman Reigns.
Watch it.
All I'm saying is when I give you information, I'm just giving you information. You do with it what you want. I'll give you numbers. I'll give you prices. You make your own call what you want to do.
We do not pump and dump here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Well, I would say, hey, just since I don't have any pickups, if you haven't watched episode 2 of Between Two Forces, please do
Check it out.
Check
Keep
it
it
out.
promoting it.
It was a lot of fun doing this one with Darth Ram Rugensan. It was a lot of fun. I hope people have
It
fun
was
watching it. We had doing it. So,
Eric, hopefully this week. Text me after the show. I'll set up a date.
yeah, Jedi. We promoted it before you hopped on.
We did. We did.
We did.
Especially
We did.
considering you jumped into one of my live shows and did a shoot. You did a shoot in one of my live shows in the chat about the show coming up for your show and didn't let us promo it properly.
yeah, it's part of the stable of the renovation stable of
It is,
shows.
and
Yeah.
it's all
Under the
in
umbrella.
below.
Under the
It's
umbrella.
all in the details
On the
below
staff.
of
Nothing
this
wrong with
video.
Building
For
a
the
foundation for bigger and better things.
I would have moved off
Again,
Katie.
check out the two
and put Ruben in
forces.
the
And I
mix.
do suggest you get Darth Lopez and Ruben to get together and have a Darth off.
We should.
Number two, Darth, I really want to thank Darth Lopez. He's actually a good friend of mine. We've met through comics and through actually this show on a different channel. Much I met the rest of these guys. So I really want to appreciate it. Darth, thanks for coming out, man. We do
Of course.
appreciate your
Yes,
of course.
thank you.
Thank you, Darth.
Your
Yeah.
cockiness and your arrogance of being whatever. We appreciate you.
Darth Vader's number 4.
That you had there. And congratulations once again on that sale. Congratulations to Jay. By the way, guys, honestly, if you want us to feature, if you guys make good sales out there and you want us to feature them, please tell us, man. Like that's the one thing. Like when I say I can't,
Beautiful.
when I look at all the sales data and I see something, there is funny business that goes on. So when I say like
Definitely.
cannot confirm it, it's because a lot of times I know the people who are selling the books. It's easy for me to confirm it. I can't confirm sales if we don't know you. So feel free. We do not take offense to it. We are very happy for you if you make a good sale, and please notify us.
Yeah.
Do it, man. We'll
Same if you want us to look at a book in the Stash Slab sell thing. If you
we'll
have
put it down on the
suggestions,
list.
put them in the comments.
Yeah,
We do.
If you have
tag us.
suggestions, if you
guys
have a
pick up,
book,
tag us.
take pictures and send it to me on IG. We'll put them up and we'll do your book.
Yep.
Well, you got
Take
to give us some notes on it. You can't just don't
I
send me
know.
the picture and say grade this.
Well, we'll worry about it when we get there. If anybody wants to throw something out there, we'll fine tune the details. But we can put your book up too.
They've done it for me multiple times.
Who's Comic Tom?
He's
Well,
that
we
guy.
don't say that over here.
What's a what? What's a what now?
I don't know.
You don't talk about Bruno.
Well, not to pretend like you don't know. He does his channel. He does his thing. I don't know.
Is he a
I'm not really
skateboarder?
into it, but that's just me.
Hey, fam.
Isn't that who you have in your picture, Tom? Tom Green?
No, that's a different person.
Okay, well, we'll figure out one day. All right, next up, you are still. No, I very rarely do. He does. Dude, never send stuff to the dark side. I very rarely do that. So please send it to Pete at Renovision, and then will forward it to me and yell at how I don't
monitor my Gmail address either, but
It's the uncharted space of Renovision. It just ends up on the great unknown.
Like Facebook, which we should use more. We should put more of this stuff on Facebook.
2 secret words for you, XCC. Okay. So, anyways, thank everybody in chat. Thank everybody for that. Check out the live show on Wednesday. I'll try to edit some of the film for Astronomicon. I don't even know what came in. I had a guy following me too. So, and they played music at one point. So, I don't know what I can salvage, but I'm gonna try to salvage. There was little kids swimming in puddles outside. There was bars, like I said, activated. One of the actors kept going outside and smoking blunts at all moments and coming in and telling about it. It said, "I've got two brains. One's always high, and the other one."
Did he share?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he did. And because my good friends there
Even
turned me
during
on
COVID?
to a group that we might that is, and it's one of the best. And we're gonna try to go through without getting demonetized. We're gonna go through some of the messages, like dude that was like, "Hey, I'm hanging outside and I don't have a cigarette. Can somebody come out and give me one?" Or the girl that asked for 5 tampons because she didn't want to run to the store yet. We'll be going over. It was an awesome show.
The specific number.
We'll be going over all these things. I want to once again. I know they're watching in the background. Daggett's Comics. Thank you very much. Brad's Comics. It was always fun. And James, it's great to hang out with you guys this weekend. We had a heck of a good time. Edibles. All right, Pete, take us out of here.
Anyway, one more time, Between Two Forces. Go check it out. It's already listed on the channel.
Check out Ghost.
Tomorrow, Hidden Gems. Tuesday, Chasing Ghosts. And then, like Marco said, Wednesday, come back for the TAC.
TAC's going to be crazy. To put the kids to bed if you're going to watch TAC this week. I'm just suggesting it.
All right.
Put the kids. Okay.
Cool. All right. We'll see you guys soon.